summer? Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Shout out everybody in the building thus far. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Tonight is going to be a special night. Some may ask, why rap? What's going to be different tonight than any other night on a Friday that you go live? Well, tonight, man, I'm opening the doors. All right, we opening the doors. Get vocal. That's what we doing. It's going to be a vocal Vike, purple pocket, purple gang, just kind of, man, I want to hear from you guys. Okay. The reason being too is, first of all, this is my appreciation too for hitting 7K. Because I do appreciate everybody's support, man. I can't thank you guys enough for getting me to hitting that milestone. Obviously, the job is not finished. We still have a long way to go. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful for what we have already accomplished over here. You know, when I first started this, I always said, like, this is our channel. I try to make sure I make that clear. Like, this is our channel. This isn't just Rap's channel, man. I just happened to create the page for us to be able to talk our talk over here. So tonight, I just felt like, man, after talking for I think I went live, six days in a row, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And that's rare for me. I've never done that. And so for the whole time I've been doing YouTube, I just feel like that's a lot of talk, and that's a lot of y'all seeing me, man, and shit like that. So I was like, you know what? To top it off for our Friday Night Live, mini camp is over with. It's a wrap. I know you guys are active in the chat talking, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to come on if you want to come on. Now, here's the deal. There's a couple ways you can join, okay? I know you'll see people that are going to be on tonight that will have cameras on. But if you're somebody who doesn't want to show face, and I get that, you got a lot of people who they just don't want to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a normal thing. The link, you can just not select your camera. So it'll just have your YouTube avatar, but we can hear your voice. You know what I mean? And if you're that paranoid even about the voice, just get a voice changer app on your phone or some shit. You know what I mean? Talk like that. You know what I mean?
Just be like, yo, what going on, rap? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, Kyler Murray about to win that QB job, cuz.
Or you can hit him with the,
yeah, man, you know, I think JJ McCarthy's looking good out here. Hey, I think bro might actually win that job. People sleeping on 9. You know what I mean?
So there's multiple ways to do that, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's get these shout outs, man. Let's go. We got Too Evil first, man. Shout out to Evil. Jersey, what's good? I see you. Lance, what's good with you, broski? Pops in the building. Let's go. Hippie. Purple Punch, what's happening with you? Queen Mary, shout out Queen Mary. No problem, Queen Mary. Hey, I appreciate you giving us that great merchandise. Tell your granddaughter, you know, that those shirts are fire. We had a couple people say that they're definitely going to order one. I actually had somebody message me as well and was like, yo, Rap, can you send me that link for the shirts? I missed it last night. I want to get one. So hopefully your granddaughter gets those orders and gets them out. And we will continue to push that, you know, for a good cause. That's a fact. So thank you, Queen Mary. Great talking to you today as well. Hope you're doing good. Adam, what's good? Shout out Adam in the building. Sir D, what's good, man? Looking forward to hearing from my SKOL mates tonight. Yeah, man. Papa Gary said he gonna tap in. We got a bunch of people say he gonna tap in. I already got my broski backstage, man. He backstage. I'm about to pull him up right now because I said I didn't want to talk too much tonight. I want to keep this, you know, to the community. Kinetic, what's good? What's good, bro? No re-entry, man. Shout out Kinetic, man. I hear you, bro. Hey, look, I can do what I want. Bro. Nah, shout out Conquest. I see you, man. Conquest, what's good with you, broski? Always a good time talking about Vikings. No, that's a fact. All right, without further ado, man, because I don't want to get the rambling too much. Revy Bright Lights.
What's up?
Good? Man, you the first one on tonight. Let's hold on. Let me get the chat out your face. That would help. First one on tonight. Shout out my guy Brev, man. Always supported me. You know, just anytime I needed him to pop on with me, bro, he there. No questions asked. He's like, bro, just tell me when and where, and I don't even need to know the why. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Brevy, man. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with him at the SKOL Network. Go subscribe to his YouTube. He's about to start getting it popping some more here soon. in the next couple of days, man. We're gonna hold them accountable. You know what I mean? Because why? Well, the nation need them, bruh. We need them.
Please do
You know
hold me accountable, and
Gotta
everybody
hold
hold
you
me accountable because I lost my freaking sunglasses, so I don't even know if I can call myself Everybody Lights anymore. I don't know where those shits went,
bro. Not having the, I told them backstage, y'all. I said, man, not having the Lokes, bro. Like we might have to cancel the show. You know, like this show, this show might actually be cut short, man, because Brev don't have his glasses, bro. That's,
as you can see, I'm struggling like crazy.
That's a flag, bro. That's a real flag. Shout out Ricky, man. He said from Wayne, Arkansas. Man, shout out Wayne, Arkansas. Ricky, appreciate you tapping in, my brother. Hey, Zoe, what's good? Oh, yeah. I guess that would help for the people that want to join, because Zoe, you more than welcome too. Hold on. That's what I meant to do. So I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat periodically. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pin it because I have something else I need to pin tonight. But, you know, you'll see the link in here. Let me post it real quick. Y'all tell me when y'all see that, man. Let me see if this works here. All right, boom. It should work like that. There you go. And the ones who have joined before, y'all know how to join. So come in. We're going to just talk some ball, bro. We're going to relax. We're going to stay on here for an hour, maybe two. We'll see how the night goes. And just ask some questions, man. We got mini camps over with. So let's see what everybody's thinking, man. What's the vibes like? Where you at with it, Brev?
Man, we're at that point in the off season where like I'm really annoyed that we have to keep talking about Murray and McCarthy, but like at least we have something to talk about, I guess. It's better to have something, but it's like, man, how many times can we sit here and talk about the same thing over and over again? Because like the thing is like if your mind's made up, your mind is probably made up.
Yeah.
There's three avenues. There's you want McCarthy, you want Murray, and there's I'm a Vikings fan. I want what's best for the team. I think that's where you and I fall.
Yeah.
And that one can also go two ways with who you think is best for the team. We agree on who probably is, but you know, opinions are it's what makes it beautiful. Everybody has their different opinions, and we get to come on here and talk about it.
So I did a video today, Brev, where you know, although I don't feel any different as far as the direction the team is going, right? I want to make that clear. But I did a video today about how I feel like there's a little shift though. Like the past 2 days with McCarthy, it just feels like a shift. Like it went from, man, this dude has no chance in hell to, wait a minute, is it a competition? Is there something there for real? Being that, you know, Kevin O'Connell didn't come out and say, well, we kind of already know what it is, you know, because he didn't even say that. It's almost just like, nah, we're going to wait and see, man. Training camp, and we'll see what happens. So,
yeah, I definitely like there's a weird taste in my mouth, like for Kyler Murray now. I don't know what, but just like, I think you're pretty spot on. Like something just feels different now. And I guess it's best summarized as like maybe McCarthy really does have a shot, which is fine. I think that's the best case scenario long term is if he does work out. But yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, man. It's one of those deals, bro, where I'm like, I don't know, man. Like part of me is like, man, I want JJ to be good. I really do. And I wouldn't want anything else but for JJ to be the franchise quarterback, like be a good just be a great quarterback. I'm not even settling for good. You know what I'm saying? Like just be a great quarterback, man. Be that guy and tell people to kiss your ass. It's just, it's hard for me to really sit there and believe that could happen, man, going up against a guy like Kyler Murray. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I agree. You know, what you said, after hearing Kyler Murray on some of these press conferences in the past couple of days, like the first day was one thing, but then like the past couple of days, I'm like, yo, is he kind of like, is LaShawn McCoy correct? Is he kind of cocky, bro? Does he come off cocky? Because some people do, even though they're not like trying to. That's just how they come off, bro. They just come off like that. So,
yeah, I don't know. I think you and I have kind of shared, which when you take the stance that we do, and because I think we're pretty aligned on it, you and me. I'm a little bit harsher toward McCarthy, and some of that is for fun, maybe a little rage bait in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, go join it. Barber, that's your cue. Yeah. Oh my God, is that SKOL Mop?
We got SKOL Mop in the building, man. My boy at
Yo.
work, so he said he got to tap in real quick.
Yeah,
He
I'm
at
at
the
work right
job.
now.
Hey, man, dedication.
My
Now,
my
SKOL,
service
bro.
my service might my service might be a little bit choppy though because I'm up here by the Lake Ontario up here.
So that's cool. Just tell us,
Can you
SKOL,
hear me?
bro. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Just tell us, man.
What's up,
What's up with
Brev, man?
what's the
up,
quarterback situation, bro? Just tell us who's gonna win, man. Who's the quarterback for the Vikings in 2026, bro?
Well, who do I think's gonna win? It's gonna be K1, man, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, man. I hope JJ can get better through all this and
Yeah.
make me excited like I was when he first got drafted. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
I hope we don't have to just throw the kid away because I did see some potential, but he's just got to stay healthy and shit, man.
Yeah.
He can't be. I mean, we're going on year 3 with 10 starts. That shit's got to change. It's got to change. If you want to get better, you got to be healthy and you got to play. That's the only way you're going to get better. You're not going to get better by just practicing and not going out there and actually fucking playing in a game. You got to actually get out there and play.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, bro, is we not about to use injuries as excuses and use injuries as, breaks in evaluation. What I mean by that is, oh, well, he got injured, so we got to pause our evaluation here, man. We got to wait till he gets healthy again. No, bro, if you're an injury prone type player, bro, that's a problem. Like that means you're not good. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Maybe not good doesn't sound that right. Maybe it's just you're not. Your body just ain't built for this shit, bro. It is what it is, dog. You just ain't built. If you always getting hurt, man, it's sad, but it's the truth, bro. We can't keep leaning on you, especially.
He won't be the first player that's happened to.
And imagine if we have a team that's built to go to the Super Bowl and then he goes down, right before as we're making our run. Man, we can't settle for that. No, man. Can't settle for that, bro. We got who we got? Nick. What's good?
Shit.
Purple gang hat too. I like that. Let's go. Let me get I'm just gonna get that off the screen.
Good?
What's good, bro?
What's up?
Chilling, man. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Go ahead, man. Tell us, bro. I already know where you at with it, bro. Like, go ahead, tell us how good McCarthy is. No, Mafia win. He said what it was, bro. He said, hey, dude gotta stay healthy, bro.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him? Can you? Oh, hold on. He's muted. Hold on here. There you go. Go ahead. We got you now.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I bet. So no, I was saying that's my biggest knock on him, right? So he came in the NFL a little bit lighter than I wanted, and then he got hurt, and then got real light, looking like Anakin Skywalker on the sideline.
Yeah.
But I told y'all from the start, I said this kid's work ethic is gonna push Kyler, and it's weird. I didn't think it was gonna play out this way, but hearing Kyler's press conference, he seems really frustrated already, which is very interesting. I could be reading too much into it, but it just seems like I don't know if it's the playbook or the reps that we've been saying, but or maybe he didn't think it was the competition.
Yeah.
And
facts, bro.
It's been a very weird shift. The only thing I'm mad at is the news stopped talking about us.
Yeah.
They didn't roast Murray like they did my boy. I mean, Shady did, but no, they actually don't want to talk too much about McCarthy tonight because I feel like we beat a dead horse.
Yeah, we dragged that. Yeah.
The one thing I'm excited about, man, is I've noticed Chuck D has been really linked to Isaiah Rodgers. I really like that, and I've seen him lining up in press coverages, which is something that this defense has been needing. And now that we have the pass rush to actually get to them, like I mean, him and Jacoby Thomas, like I still think he's gonna slide into the offense. I heard Theo Jackson's making plays. I feel like everybody's talking about the offense and nobody's talking about this defense.
Yeah,
it's killers front to back.
Hey, if Chuck Demings ends up being him, I'm making everybody hear it because that's my motherfucking boy right there.
Chuck D.
Damn Chuck D.
Yeah, man. Chuck D. Hey, Mike, what's going on, Mike? Hey, D Woods, I see you too, bro. Give 1 second. Mike, what's happening, man?
Hey, man, you know what? Another day in paradise, Rap. Another day in paradise.
Let's go, man. I appreciate you tapping in, man. Talk to us, man. Where you at with the team right now?
Where to start? You know, that's the question. Where do we start? Do we want to start with the draft? Do we want to start with the quarterback competition? I mean,
Yeah. Start with the draft, and then leading up until today, man. Where we at today? You can start with the draft though. Give us some excitement, and then give us some. We need some negatives too, though. We want to know where you at. How you feeling?
I think for me, to really start with the drafts, because I'm talking to a couple of friends of mine about the draft as a whole. Yeah, I was not a big fan of it, and it wasn't for the fact. Now, hear me out. It wasn't for the fact that we didn't get the positions that we needed. It was where they were selected was where I had the problem was. In terms of the players that we could have gotten versus where they were selected. So like Caleb Banks, for example.
Yeah.
Hell of a player. The injury concerns are there. And you're picking him over guys like Dylan Thieneman. And you even had a chance to get Caleb McDowell, I believe, from Ohio State. You don't get him. Now, if Banks turns out to be a hell of a player, I'll shut up. I will sing his praises. It was the same thing a few years ago. I was pretty not so high on the Justin Jefferson pick because you're getting rid of again. It's basically replacing Diggs with a guy that we knew nothing about outside of him being a predominantly slot receiver out of LSU. Again, this kind of thing happens. And the rest of it just kind of boiled down in that draft was, I think to me, the thing that really just set me over the edge was Emmanuel McNeil-Warren was there to get in like round 2. And after you traded Jonathan Grenard and you get all those picks, it made the most sense to move back up to get him. You do not get him at round 2. He was at least a late first round safety, early second rounder. You have a chance to get him. And don't even get me started on the damn fullback that we got in the 5th round.
My boy Mike about to start cooking the team. God damn, bro. Well, all right. What do you like about the Minnesota Vikings, man? Let's get to that.
Listen, I think overall, we are going to be a fine enough team as is. I think we need to figure out where the quarterback situation is going to be this year and who we're going to be starting.
All right, so get on that, Mike. Let's let you get this. Let's get this take off, and then we'll go around the horn. Yeah. First of all, who are you? Who do you want? And then who do you think? Because it could be different. I mean, the answer could be the same, but it also could be different. Like, who do you want? And then but also who do you think the Minnesota Vikings are going to give the rings to?
Sure. Yeah, no. I mean, I personally would love to see JJ McCarthy get one more shot. I think I've always believed in the philosophy that, especially with like first round quarterbacks, you have to give them at least 2 years to see what you have in a guy before you cut him loose.
Okay.
And, to kind of backtrack a little bit, I wasn't even against bringing in competition for JJ McCarthy. My preferred picks at the time were mostly like journeyman veteran quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith. Guys that you knew they weren't going to be long-term answers. But if JJ couldn't beat those guys out, then clearly he's not the answer. You move on and you just kind of cut your losses there.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to who we got now in Kyler, I think right now there's still a consensus by the Vikings and what KOC wants to do. There's still a consensus that he still might want to roll with Kyler Murray. But again, according to what we're hearing in camp, Kyler is still not a fan of the split reps type situation. Throwing interceptions a couple of times. JJ's looking better, getting his mechanics in track, which is something that I very much am happy to hear from JJ, that he's getting a lot better in that idea because I think that's the thing from last year that they should have done more and trying to really help him get this offense more acclimated to his strengths. I'm not saying like immediately put like all the training wheels on JJ, but at least understand where his strengths were coming out of college and slowly get the offense into a rhythm. Get him into something that he can feel comfortable going for. And once you start seeing that he's getting more confident, then start, being like, okay, we're going to take the training wheels off a little bit. We're going to throw more at you. Get ready. Rather than, kind of what they did at the beginning of the year, which was kind of like throwing a square peg into an oval. It wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
And then you saw like the final last 5 games, conveniently when we were really playing for nothing, where they finally decided to adapt the offense more to JJ's strengths. And you started to see that actual progression. It wasn't like seeing the second coming of like Patrick Mahomes or Joe Montana or anything like that, but you started to see that glimpse of like, hey, this is what this guy is capable of when you actually put a scheme that works for his strengths. So,
yeah. All right. I like that, man. D Woods, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna be
Man.
real quick though, because I'm at work moving these tractors around.
All right,
But
yeah,
look,
just drop us a little something, D Woods, man.
All
You know
right,
we got to
look.
hit.
Don't be
What up,
emotional though,
Brad?
D Woods.
What up, Brev? See, I know
Oh,
you
no,
started
hold up.
already.
So Brev and
You
D
started
Woods already be bumping heads already now? Damn, D Woods.
He
Hey,
just
Brad, what
gets
do
a little
you,
upset sometimes.
Brad? What do you call me though when I come on? What's my name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, you're right. Yeah.
That D stands for something though. That D stands for
It
something. Though.
do. All right, Rap. So you already know where I stand with the whole Kyler Murray, JJ McCarthy situation. But I'm gonna say this. One thing that we need to talk about more is we've seen multiple quarterbacks come to this offense and consistently struggle within the first year, right? If you can even take it back all the way to Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy, all these other quarterbacks that came through the system. And I just feel like this though, right? Before we have to get into that conversation about who should start or what we feel, we gotta talk about the scheme and why is it so complex and why is it so hard and why after 4 years, Kevin O'Connell going to his 5th, why haven't he simplified the offense and worked the way up versus him just giving the whole playbook one time and saying like, hey, you got to figure this shit out and something like that? Because if you really think about it to that narrative, like Kirk Cousins was already a 7-year vet. Sam Darnold was already a 5-year vet. Now you got Kyler Murray going up to the podium talking about the same situation. That's the conversation we need to be having. You get what I'm saying? And it's not me saying like, oh, we got to fire the coach or we got to, take away play call and shit like that. No, I'm just saying like, why are you making it so hard on your quarterbacks going forward? We didn't hear about Sam have that, much of a learning curve when he went to Seattle. It was like, oh, hit the ground running. But when he was here, it was, oh, I got to get flashcards. I got to do this. I got to do that. Even with Kirk Cousins even said that this offense made him feel like a little kid again playing football for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, why is that? You get what I'm saying? Like, why is that?
He's
That's the
stubborn.
conversation that I want to have.
Yeah, I touched on that too, by the way, D Woods, man. I mentioned you post that on last night's show, I believe, where I said, you made a ton of sense with that. That was a great post, bro, putting that into perspective. It's something to think about, man. Where you at with that, bro? Let's go to Brev. You ready?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Brad? What do you think about that whole take about the offense and Kevin O'Connell throwing the whole playbook at these young players and even veterans and they struggling?
Yeah, I mean, thoughts and prayers to those tens of millions of dollars theirs for having to learn a complex offensive playbook.
That's facts.
But what happened when Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold ran it? It worked. The passing offense
It
was very
worked
good.
with Kirk Cousins. I don't ever want to hear that shit.
It
with
very
Kirk
much
Cousins.
worked for Kirk Cousins.
No, how many playoff games did he win? How many playoff games did he lose? He lost to the Giants. He lost to Daniel Jones in the playoff. He couldn't score a first down in the second half against a terrible Giants team. I don't want to hear it work for Kirk Cousins.
Mind you,
Sorry,
we had
go ahead.
Ed Donatel as our defensive coordinator.
When
Sure,
you're
he's trash.
talking,
He was trash.
when you're talking
Now,
about
no.
a passing offense, the passing offense worked. I'm not saying Kevin O'Connell
It disappeared
is perfect.
too.
Kevin O'Connell is very prone to disappearing in the big games when it matters. 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think that's just the type of like pure progression passing offense we're going to. Is this stuff is supposed to be hard, If it works, I don't really care if it's hard. I think you should be challenged. I just think that's the direction the NFL is going. But that's not to say that Kevin O'Connell shouldn't be ready to adjust for that when his quarterback, whoever that may be, can't run it or needs time to learn in it. And that's kind of what we saw with McCarthy last year a little bit. Because when we say like we have to adjust for McCarthy's strengths in the context of his rookie year, that's just a nice way of saying we need to have this guy throw the ball a lot less and run the ball more. So McCarthy needs time in it, but it all goes back to the injury thing. And I don't want to harp on that too much, but it's only been 10 games, but we're going into year 3. That's an issue. So, and to answer your question about who do you think is going to win? I think Kyler's going to win the competition. And I've thought the entire time that this is actually a competition, and that's what it's seeming like. That's what it's sounding like. So I guess
you have been on that train. I haven't been on that train. I don't think it's a competition, but you know, where you at with that, Nick? I mean, what do you, because you're saying, Nick, you're saying that it should, like, Kirk Cousins couldn't run the offense and it didn't work.
It's not that he couldn't. It's not that he couldn't run the offense. It disappears at times. This isn't just a Kirk Cousins thing. This happened in with Sam Darnold. I mean, like, if you look at who is it? The Jets, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I think we played in Ireland. And then who did we play? Jacksonville. And we look terrible.
The bad game.
This is Jacksonville. This is Jacksonville, mind you. And I think we scored like 12 points. And it's just something that I've noticed throughout KOC's career is I want to say it was Sam Darnold who said this. Someone said this quote the other day, so don't quote me on it. But somebody said, you know, KOC wants a pretty offense, right? And that's not how football works. Football gets ugly. You have to adjust on the fly. You have to be, you know what I mean? It's great to want to look pretty. But I feel like when it comes down to KOC.
Oh, he brought.
All right.
You went to the gulag.
Hey, no, Rap. So real quick about what Brev was saying, like, Brev's right. Like, the offense did work eventually. What I'm saying is when you're installing it, why are you installing so much from the beginning? Like, because you're making it seem like, all right, cool, the offense is good, it's complex, it's pure progression, that's all nice. But why are you installing so much at one time? Like, I just feel like you're overloading your quarterback at the time, even though I feel, you know, part of me is like, okay, sink or swim, they got to figure it out. But it's like, can you just, like, dial that back a little bit?
I think that's fair. I think Kevin O'Connell, maybe he because obviously, like, the thing this competition is doing is it's pushing off who the starter's going to be, and it's taking reps, and that's what Kyler Murray alluded to when he said, "Oh, I'm not getting these reps like I was in Arizona," which he sounded like a bitch saying it, but it was true. It was the same thing as McCarthy saying, "I don't control this. It's the classroom, whatever." Like, he's not wrong, but he just sounds like a bitch when he says it. With I don't know. I think there has to be some, I guess, kind of middle ground between like
some compromise.
Yeah, exactly. Learning the offense. But I guess for right now, Kevin O'Connell knows that his seat's a little warm. I've cooled off on the hot seat for Kevin O'Connell. I don't think it's as hot as maybe we thought before, just knowing the pull he has in that organization now. But maybe there's an urgency there that he has, which I'm cool with my head coach having urgency, but I think what you said is fair about maybe not installing so much immediately. And like, we're only in OTAs, like, we're not even to the real shit
exactly
yet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
for
my
sure.
Point. Exactly. Like,
where you at? Go ahead, D-Woods. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. So it's like, even though, like, it's OTAs and minicamp, you know, hearing Kyler Murray throw all those interceptions, like, I still have to take that with a grain of salt, because it's like, well, he is learning the offense, and J.J. McCarthy is going into year 3 playing in it, you know, for 2 consecutive years, basically, outside of the injury. So it's kind of like, all right, like, what are we doing? And that's why I'm, like, encouraged by the whole quarterback competition going to training camp, because now we're going to actually see these guys actually dial in and hope the best man wins, man, regardless of what it is. I'm a Viking fan off top, so, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you, D. Are you good? You about to kick it, or you got to go?
Yeah. I'm driving now. I'm back in the truck, so you can just kick me off.
Oh, okay. No, you good. I think I can have you good. You can sit on there. Let me see. Nick, I got you. I just dropped that link in the chat. Let me see who else dropped. Where Ross at? Ross, you was about to
Can I
join
finish
that.
after?
Yeah. I got you. Hold on 1 second, Nick. I got you. You next. And then Mike, I got you too, bro. I know you've been being patient, bro. I got you. Chill right there.
No.
Lee.
You're good, man. You're good.
Lee, it's gonna be a hectic night because I want everybody to tap in, bro. Everybody gotta get they gotta get their stuff off, man. Lee, what's good, Lee? Can you hear us? Lee John. No? All right. Some people probably don't know how to work them out. All right, go ahead, Nick. You go ahead and finish what you were saying on that, bro. And then we'll get Mike. We'll let Mike go ahead and spill his spill.
So with the whole KOC thing, it bothers me when he needs to change at the worst time, he doesn't. And the other thing, I just feel like he loses his, I don't know, I'm gonna say his cojones. I'll be polite on the air, but on certain calls, man, the fourth down plays, like nowadays, especially in the NFL, you gotta get aggressive. I don't like, I know people will be like, oh, we were on R45. So what? Our defense is playing out of our mind right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take our defense, even last year's defense. Now our defense is even better than it was last year. But last year, we should have been going for it. I mean, I brought up the Ravens game. I brought up the Chicago game. There's multiple games where we should have gone for it. And we ended up losing the game. Now, transitioning to the QBs, I'll make it quick. Of course, my heart says JJ McCarthy. I think he can outwork Kyler Murray. At the end of the day, I just feel like KOC already made up his mind. I'm kind of on that train. I think he's going to have a lot to think about. And I think McCarthy's making it interesting now to where he actually has to think about it. I do think McCarthy can beat Murray. Regardless, I think we're going to be an elite football team. But I told y'all from the start, McCarthy will outwork almost anybody on this team. He's an OCD, just like maniac. And I can tell this entire offseason got to him. And that's the type of person, I'm that type of person too. The more crap I hear about me, it's fuel. It drives me. It's not a breaking point. There are quarterbacks, like you mentioned, Zach Wilson and all of them, they crumble under this. And that's just not who this kid is. He's not going to go down. He's going to work on his mechanics. He's going to push Murray. I do think it's going to be Murray, but I've always said this from the start. I don't know if Murray makes it 17 games. So I think regardless, that's why I'm such a big don't trade JJ. That's so stupid. If Murray goes down and I have to see Carson Wentz on this field, I'm not watching the rest of the season. I'm going to be so real with you. Like, it's just, coming off a shoulder injury, it's just, I feel like Wentz is a coach at this point. And I think that's why they brought him back. It's because, he's got the adversity. He's got the story of almost being MVP, losing, getting a Super Bowl, but losing, and then never starting again. I think that's why they keep him around, because he is a smart quarterback. I just think mentally when he's on the field, he doesn't have it anymore. So I think if it is Murray up front, I do think we're going to see McCarthy. But I've said it from the start. I still think this kid's going to push Murray to the limits. And I've already seen, like I told you guys earlier, there's already a couple chinks in Kyler, and Kyler's kind of getting annoyed, and little jabs like, oh, the reps. It kind of makes it seem like he was expecting more reps right off the bat, being the new guy. And then when KOC is like, no, like I want you guys to run the offense, and I just can't see Carson Wentz. That's my only thing. Like, it's gonna kill me as a Vikings fan.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. Lee John, can you hear us?
If y'all getting slow, I might hop on later. For now, I'll have other people.
Okay. All right, for sure.
Stuff.
I appreciate you, Nick. Y'all. You already know that.
Peace, Rev. Peace, Rev. I don't know who else is still on, but peace, y'all.
Yeah. All right. Hey, what's good, Lee John? Talk to us, man.
Howdy, Vikings fan from Tennessee.
Tennessee, let's go. Shout out Tennessee, man, for sure. Shout out Tennessee. My grandfather's
working on this iPhone 11, but I got it working on the Victus, so I'm here now.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. You're a little low, but we can hear you though, man. So talk to us. How you feeling about the whole situation that the Vikings are going through right now at the quarterback position?
I just wanted to ask y'all about JJ McCarthy and Mr. Kyler Murray. it seems to me that Kyler is just not the level of quarterback that McCarthy is. If he were, he would have separated himself in the minicamp now. And Kevin O'Connell, now he's gonna have a decision to make now about which quarterback that he want to roll with.
Yeah.
And I reckon, JJ McCarthy was the number 10 pick in the NFL draft. He played 10 games. He won 5 games in a row, doggone at the end of the year. And you're telling me we're not going to let him play? This kid is the present and the future, and I just hope we get to see a whole lot of him this year. That's all I got to say.
Hey, man. Hey, I feel it, man. Let's answer that. So I like that, Lee. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for that, man. Let me get Zoe on here too. Zoe, stay right there, bro. No, so you got a point. Like, you feel like, and I'm gonna be honest, the way I hyped up Kyler Murray, I would have expected him to come in, even though it's only practice and it's only been 3 days. Yeah, I kind of did have expectations of, bro, we gonna be getting reports that Kyler Murray just out there looking like a beast. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even close, and we're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, that's not the case. So you got a good point there. I mean, I love how we have a group of our fans that are riding with the quarterback and having patience, because usually we don't. Usually we don't have patience. We want to hurry up and just figure it out right away. And right now it seems like our fan base is like, man, let's give the kid a chance, man. Like, let's just hold on a little longer and it might pay dividends. So I kind of like that vibe. Where'd Zoe go at, man? Where you at with that? Mike, my bad. Mike, you touch on that.
Yeah, I think after the flashbacks of Ponder, I think our fan base is all done with waiting for rookie quarterbacks. And unfortunately, I think the only one that we all would have loved to have, and I think in an alternate timeline,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. He was on the cusp of something.
Yeah.
But to kind of touch on Kevin O'Connell for just a second here, because it's going to be a bit of a tangent, but and if I start losing you guys, just kind of let me know here. But Kevin O'Connell to me has always been a guy that's been Mike Zimmer, but nicer. He wants to do things his way and no other way about it. And I think when the media praises him, that's when he feels like he's at the height of his, popularity or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. He wants to feel like the smartest man in the world, and he's going to do whatever it takes to do it. And to me, the biggest issue has always been the quarterback position. I think realistically, because we've heard the reports for a long time that the Vikings were very much in favor of Drake May. They loved what he was coming out of college and all that. The biggest issue that the Vikings had, this was back in 22, was still trying to be competitive when Kirk went down. Now, if Kirk was still healthy, didn't tear his Achilles, and they went on a playoff run and all that, different story. We don't even talk about the quarterback position in that fashion the way that we are now. But I think the biggest issue was trading for Dobbs. I love Dobbs' sanity. I love what happened. Gave us the hilarity of the Falcons being the Falcons like always. So shout out to the Falcons creating the memes. But it created a false sense of competitiveness for the Vikings to still try to compete in a season that was already done. You weren't going to replace Kirk Cousins. You weren't going to replace the production that the Vikings were having offensively. And as much as some people hate to admit it, as some people hate that word tanking, you could technically lose and still be competitive by just riding out with Nick Mullins the remainder of the season, still lose your games, and still be competitive, and potentially be in a better spot to get Drake May in that draft. Now, hypothetically, the Pats could have still loved Drake May and they, roll with, getting him at number 3, but the price that we would have had to give up to get to Drake May would have been a lot more favorable, and the Pats don't really lose out on anything. Or they still lose out on getting their quarterback in the future. Who knows? I just think at the end of the day, Kevin O'Connell hurt himself more by trying to keep himself competitive in a year that you didn't need to prove anything at that point. everyone would have understood at that point. You lose Kirk Cousins, you're kind of done for the season. You know, it's kind of like when the Colts lost Manning for 2011. Like, nobody faulted the Colts for how bad they were. Manning ran the show. You know what I mean? So, because of that moment, and because they had to go for the next best option rather than the guy that they really wanted to get, that's hurt them all this time. And then the same thing with Sam Darnold and the fact that they were basically at an impasse on what they wanted to do there. I think that created the whole, I wouldn't call it a civil war per se, but a friendly disagreement. Let's say it like that. Where now they are still trying to figure out the quarterback for Kevin O'Connell's offense, which it is way too much for any quarterback to really understand right out of the get-go. Unless if you are a true veteran quarterback who has a grasp on X's and O's to a fault. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man, great take. Zoe, what's good, bro?
What's the deal, my guy?
Chilling, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Where you at with it, man? You know, you do your shows. Zoe do like 8 shows a week. You know what I'm saying? So shit, we know how you feeling, but talk about it tonight on Vocal Bike, man. What's good?
Like, it's OTAs, and I was expecting more from Kyler Murray. Like I said, I thought he would be ahead of JJ McCarthy. But at the end of the day, if JJ McCarthy is showing growth, like, that's a good thing at the end of the day. I like the Kyler Murray. If JJ beat him out, he beat him out. But at the end of the day, like I told people last night, it would JJ McCarthy do in week 1 in a real game. Because I heard last year he was lights out in training
camp. Yeah, no, that's a fact.
In OTA. He was breaking records and everything.
Yeah.
I got to see him go against a real team in a regular season. So I don't know how the quarterback competition really going to go.
Yeah, I remember that last year, JJ, people posting his practice stats.
Yeah.
Like, yo, my boy went 13 for 14 today. Like, I'm like, yo.
Brad, what are you talking about? JJ McCarthy and Madden is like a 99 overall. He was the GOAT. What are you talking about?
Man, bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, and you know what's crazy too, touching on that is Sam Darnold was in the same boat that we're hearing Kyler Murray so far. Remember, Sam Darnold was throwing all those interceptions, bro. I mean, just pick after pick, and people were like, yo, there's no way, especially me, boy. I bought into it, right? Because I already was skeptical about bringing Sam Darnold here anyways, because I've always looked at him as a turnover machine and shit like that. So I'm like, bro, what? And then we started hearing that in practice, and I'm like, yeah, nah, Brad, this better not be the case. And then look what happened. You know what I mean? So as it goes to say, you can't, I guess you do have to take it with a grain of salt when it comes to these practice and these 7-on-7s, man, these tank tops and shorts and a shell, bro. It's, you know, it's one of those deals you got to see them play. They got to play against some real competition, some defense, you know?
Exactly. So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings are definitely going Kyler, man. I'm with, I think they're still going to choose Kyler, but like you touched on, like all you guys touched on, and I touched on this in my video earlier, we're in a great situation though. Like no matter the outcome, just think we got a young, hungry quarterback that was a number 10. He was the 10th overall pick. The team obviously has some kind of belief in him at that moment. So, I mean, when you look at it, regardless of how this plays out, I think it's a win-win. I do see a vision of Kyler going down because that's what history tells us, is that he's not going to play all 17. And the moment JJ gets his opportunity, he can then take the job and keep it for good. And I think Kevin O'Connell might honestly be thinking that too. Like, hey, listen, JJ, although you may not start week 1 because, you know, we're going to let the veteran start, the guy that has, you know, some seasoning on him. We're going to let him start, but just keep in mind that your opportunity will come this year. And when it does come, you better take advantage of it. And, you know, I think JJ has the mindset to do that, bro, for sure.
Yeah,
he does. There's going to be a lot of pressure, though. A lot of pressure.
Yeah, because we think Kyler is probably going to win the competition. And you asked earlier, what do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen? I think Kyler's going to win it. Yeah. I want, and this is going to throw a fucking curveball for all the people I talk to every day. I want JJ McCarthy to win it. I want JJ McCarthy to be that guy that we thought we were getting. I think every Vikings fan should want that. Like, I want JJ McCarthy to be the guy that I was enamored with coming out of Michigan. But I'm also not going to let that want just make me lie to myself about how he played last year for whatever the reason.
Yeah.
So I think most people should want McCarthy. Honestly, I think all Vikings fans, and Nick is probably like, "What the fuck?" Hearing me say that,
He had to go.
Like,
yeah, hey, he went
yeah.
through his JJ jersey on. Said he on
Yeah.
the podcast setup now. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Had to.
Nah, it look good though, bro. It sound good. Look good. Let a hat. Let's go, man.
Yep.
What were you saying though, Brev?
I was saying I think Kinetic. First of all, don't tell Brevy Brightlight's the motherfucking superstar what he can't do. That's rule number one.
You know, Kinetic in the chat. Oh, nobody can support JJ anymore.
Yeah, you say bad things about my quarterback, therefore you can't like him. No, I care about the Vikings. I want what's best for the Vikings. Nick, what I was saying is for all this shit I've talked about JJ McCarthy, I am a JJ McCarthy fan at the end of the day. I don't care what you or Kinetic say. I want him to succeed. I think all Vikings fans should want JJ McCarthy to win the competition because that means he's better than Kyler Murray and we might actually have that franchise quarterback. But I'm not going to let that want change what the evidence has shown us, no matter what the problem, what the reasoning has been.
Yeah.
But I think most Vikings fans should want McCarthy to win the competition because that's where that's where this all started in 2024. Yeah. Kyler Murray, I'll say it from the day that it happened, because a lot of people have been like, oh, this isn't a competition. And yeah, maybe it shouldn't have been. I thought it's a competition this entire time. The Vikings were going to bring in a quarterback this entire time. It just turned out that Kyler Murray was available for fucking free.
Yeah,
like that was very coincidental. Like, I don't think we're having this conversation if Kyler Murray does.
Because let's say Kyler Murray, and real quick though, before we get started, Two-Tone, man, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up,
man? This is legendary, man. Shout out my guy Two-Tone in the building, man. This is legendary right here, man. What's good, bro?
Chilling, just listening to y'all.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you tapping in. I'm glad you was able to figure it out. You know what I mean? I'm glad you were able to figure it out. I texted to you, so I think it worked better that way, man. Hey, look, I wanted to ask Two-Tone, and you can be the first one on here with this question here. If let's just say Kyler Murray wasn't available, what kind of quarterback do we believe the Vikings would have went after? You know, obviously if finances weren't the issue, because obviously finances were the reason why Kyler Murray was here. I think if Kyler Murray was wanting anything 20, 30 million, obviously he wouldn't be a Minnesota Viking right now, you know. But what type of quarterback would we have went after? Would we have went after a quarterback that would have challenged JJ McCarthy? That's the question.
Really, I thought we'd get a pocket passer, you know, like what you guys were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
that we didn't get the quarterback KOC wanted.
Mm-hmm. Like Mike touched on it. Yeah, Mike touched on it with Drake May.
Right.
That's the quarterback we wanted, yeah.
And he didn't get that, so now JJ has to sit and learn, I think.
Yeah. No, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Where you at with it, Nick? Talk to us, man. Where you at?
I mean, it's such a beaten horse, but the thing that bothers me,
we gotta beat the horse to death tonight, man. That's what the show about. I'm sick of the chat, man. The door open. Let's get it off our chest tonight.
So my problem is there's only accountability one way, and it's been like that the whole off season. You know, nobody talks about KOC. Nobody talks about the drops. Nobody talks about Matt Daniels, who, in my opinion, it was like the worst special teams I've ever seen. I mean,
yeah, this year it was kind of
it was actually it was graded out as the best special teams unit in the NFL, which is
crazy. It was, Brev?
Yes, which is crazy. I agree with you guys.
Yeah, it seemed like watching it from a fan's point of view, it seemed like there was a lot of fun.
It was big moments.
Always holding it, like, and the reason why I say that is not to actually stick up for McCarthy. It's actually for Miles Price, man. Like, my man was putting in work in that backfield. But as far as where we're going as a franchise, man, I say I want McCarthy, but at the end of the day, having Murray and McCarthy on the team, I feel much better about it. I tapped about when I was in the car. Sorry, my cat's like right here. It's like in the way. I'm like, bro, get out of here. But so I touched
Is
on
your
the
cat's
car.
name McCarthy?
I was gonna
No,
say
it's Eddie. I have a JJ actually, and it's
I was about to say, I feel like you would name your cat like
I do have a JJ, but
I
it's
was
because
thinking
we
like
got him
Meow
off the side of the street, and his name was
Yeah.
Jerome.
JJ.
Yeah, his name was Jerome, and I was like, bro, I'm not walking around my house calling a cat Jerome. It just feels wrong. So I named him JJ.
Yeah, Jerome. That Jerome sound kind of strong, boy. Like the cat running the spot. You know what I mean? Like that's his shit. You know what I'm saying?
But no, I mean, we're never going to have an opportunity where you're going to have two quarterbacks like this on the roster. And that's why when everyone's picking up the stream, oh, we got to trade JJ now, stock's high. Bro, that's the biggest mistake that we could ever make, regardless if Kyler starts and has a great year. But if let's say he goes down in week 15,
yeah,
and we're in the playoffs, and now we're going to run with Carson Wentz in the playoffs, that just can't happen. But I just do think there's no accountability for McCarthy. I feel like he gets so much hate, and my frustrations when I'm watching football, like, yes, of course you're gonna have a 21-year-old making rookie mistakes. I mean, he had some ugly throws, ugly throws. No one's gonna say he didn't, but
I just sat down.
Go ahead. You good, bro? I muted him. He was talking.
Okay. But with McCarthy, man, it's just the intangibles, bro. It's no matter how crappy he's doing,
yeah,
when he gets the ball in his hands, I feel like he can go down and score. But real quick, I wanted to respond. I don't know if it was Mike or if they hopped off already on our draft picks. Our draft picks are so money. I mean, I watched the Gold Day.
It was
tape.
Mike. It was Mike going down
Mike,
that
bro.
road. Yeah, it was Mike going down that road, bro.
The Gold Day tape is nasty. Caleb Banks. So pre-injury, I was all in on Caleb Banks at 18. When I watched the combine and whatever I saw, I was like, bro, he's got to be on the defensive plane.
Listen. I'm not saying that we were bad in terms of the players that we got. It's the value versus where, like.
But if we took Thieneman, the Bears were going to take Caleb Banks, and I can tell you right now, I don't want Caleb Banks on the Bears.
I don't think many people in the first round were going to take Caleb Banks that high, considering the injury concerns that he had.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw reports from Chicago. Chicago was interested in both Caleb Banks and Dominique Orange.
Yeah, but they would have probably. I mean, let's be honest here for a quick moment here. Let's be realistic here for a second here. Banks definitely in the second round. There's going to be a team that's going to take him. I mean, if at his talent and caliber, yeah, a team's going to take him in the second round. Nobody's going to take Caleb Banks in the first round, unless you're.
I don't think you could say that. In my opinion.
Gonna go
because pre-injury, he's consistent top 10 pick.
Yeah, pre-injury, but that's the thing. We're talking about pre-injury versus now.
With Banks,
yeah.
We had the doc on. The doc said he's gonna be all right.
Yeah, Banks's injury thing. Like, I was never that concerned about the injury. I was concerned about the tape. The tape of Caleb Banks is what scares me. Yeah, he's freakish, of course, but
he doesn't need to do it by himself. If he was going on a defensive line where he needed to be the star, then we're talking about a whole different ballpark. But now you're putting just that freak athlete that he may only have one move. He may not be a superstar, but he's 6'6", and then he's going to have Redmond next to him. He's going to have Dominique Orange. He's going to have Andrew Van Ginkel. He's going to have Dallas Turner.
I get that.
So it's I hear you, but I don't think we can say that Caleb Banks is a true second rounder when pre-injury he's top 10. So I mean, yes, I can agree. Wholehearted. Maybe he does go in the second, but we can't. I mean, that's like hearsay at this point. We can't say that he's not going to go in the first round. I mean, there's definitely the reports. And then I'm going to stick up for Max Bredesen because, my man, do you like the fullback pick? You got to watch the tape on him, man. The tape, like, this guy is such – he reminds me of Cam Scatterby as far as just, like, he eats crayons for breakfast. Like, he literally just wakes up and he loves football. And I actually think he's going to be a little bit better than C.J. Ham. I think he's got a little bit better hands than C.J. Ham. And all he does, everyone told him, you can't be a quarterback, you can't be a tight end. Like, sorry, bro. He's like, you're done. Those glory days are done. So what can you do? Okay, I'm gonna run as fast as I can into the other player and get Blake Corum and Donovan Edmonds in the end zone. I don't think he was gonna make it to the 6th round or the 7th round. There was a lot of steam on Bredesen and these kind of fullbacks because we're starting to see it come back into the NFL to where you need to run the ball again. And then I hear you on the McNeil Warren. But I think Jacoby Thomas by the end of the year, I think you're going to be like, who's McNeil Warren?
Yeah, no, I like that McNeil. I like the Thomas over Warren. Honestly, I never was a huge fan of Warren like that.
I mean, at the end of the day, listen,
I know Brev, that was your boy. I know Brev.
At the end of the day, I hope I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I have no ill will towards the players. When I question it, it's the value versus where they're selected. All of them could be super reserves. We could have a 2017 Saints draft where it's generational. We have like Hall of Famers all across the board, and it's just a matter of who's the like liability that we have to get rid of to keep everyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want any of them to fail. So
I actually I kind of agreed with Mike because when I was in Pittsburgh, I called in on your night 2 stream.
Yeah.
And after we picked Gold Day, I said, I'm fucking disgusted.
Yeah.
Because like I did not love Gold Day. I did not love Banks. But that Dominique Orange pick, of course, Charles motherfucking Demings, but the Dominique Orange pick kind of fixed those first 2 picks for me. Because that's where the first 2 picks, you could say it happened in 2. But after Orange got picked, putting him next to Banks, and then just the young defensive talent you're infusing, which, by the way, my first ever appearance on here, Rap, we did a mock draft together, and I said, let's infuse this fucking defense with some goddamn young talent for once. I'm so happy that we did that. So I agree with Mike in the sense of like, I don't know if Caleb Banks was worth 18. I don't know if Gold Day was even worth 51, but the entire philosophy of the draft, I loved.
Yeah. So, like I said, it could be the greatest draft of all time, and I will be eating my words. In fact,
it's better than the last 6.
I mean, listen, if the draft becomes legendary, Rap, I want you to come bring me back on here, and I can eat my words. I will
absolutely.
I will eat all the shit.
I want the Max Bredesen apology.
I got you, man. So and Zoe, I'll let you go after this, bro, because with the Max Bredesen, because you support Michigan. I guess my only thing with Max, right? I love the personality. I love him being on the team, so I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. My biggest concern is when we used to evaluate CJ Ham, it was like, yes, from a teammate standpoint, like he's really good, right? He lifts the spirit, whatever the case may be. But from a offensive standpoint of actually utilizing him enough, because I think the percentage, and Brev, you might know these statistics here, but I think it was around like 4% that we were using the fullback. Like it was really low. It was like it was like super low to the point where it was kind of like, why are we even bringing him back? I think that was
none of our running backs can block.
It was almost like it was almost like CJ Ham should have been on the cut. He should have been cut or released because
I thought we
weren't using him.
I thought we were going to release him like 2 years ago. To Nick's point, the only reason it's as high as it was because he was brought in on like obvious third down passing situations because we don't have any running backs that could block the passer. Yeah. Like Aaron Jones is your best pass blocker, and he's going to be hurt by the second play of the first quarter. So, Bredesen, I don't know. I feel like he's going to be that guy because he is more than just a fullback. He can play inline tight end and do all that stuff. But I feel like he's going to be that guy in like 8 to 10 years, which would be a great career if you make it in the NFL for 8 to 10 years. He'll be that guy in that time frame where like, all right, I think it's time to release you now. And who knows what football will look like by that time, be even less.
Yeah, I mean, if he could play tight end, I guess people are saying he could play tight end and all this. Okay. I see Kinetic saying he can play fullback, tight end, halfback, all that. Okay. Well, we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna see. If he could play tight end, shit, replace TJ Hawkinson, I'm cool.
Yeah, he will be a good tight end. TJ Hawkinson's not a high bar, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit, replace TJ, I'll be good. Zoe, where you at with that, man? How you feel about Max?
I like Max, man. I feel like he's gonna bring an attitude.
Me too.
To the run game if we decide to run the football. But like it was a good solid pick. We need to replace CJ Ham. Yeah. And Max can play tight end and fullback. So you really get a 2-for-1 in Max. And I think it was a good pick for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I could see him being a captain in like 2 years. Yeah, I mean, maybe even next year. Yeah. You know, just having this 1 year under his belt, and then as the team gravitate towards him, because he does have that personality, I could see him having a C on his chest next season for sure.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Where he was drafted felt a little bit early because we took him over Emmett Johnson, which like I'm not super pressed about. I wasn't like the biggest Emmett Johnson fan.
Yeah,
but I think we just got so used to like mock drafting him in like the 7th round with pick 234. that when we got him at what 159, I think we were like, huh?
Yeah.
But it turned out to be timed well because Riley Nowakowski, I think from Nebraska, who's also that fullback tight end hybrid, is Nebraska or Indiana? One of those. Indiana. He went like 10 picks later to Pittsburgh, I think. And Pittsburgh also got fucking Eli Heidenreich, those bastards.
Yeah, so, man. Yeah, hey, Dom was in the chat. Shout out to him, man.
Dom was good.
Yeah, I know he was lit about that, boy. Let's talk about, let's shift a little bit here. Let's talk about Brian O'Neill and what you guys think about the whole contract thing and should we bring him back? You know, we'll start with Zoe, man. Where you at with that, bro?
Me, honestly, I seen enough of O'Neill. We done drafted a tackle. We traded for a tackle. And me, I'd let O'Neill play his contract out. If he ball out, I might give him a 2-year deal, depending on what happens if he get hurt or not. But I wouldn't get O'Neill no contract. I'm ready to move.
Put him on a prove it. You gonna put him on a prove it?
A prove it deal.
That's the oldest prove it deal of all time.
He's already proved it. You gonna put him on a prove it? You gonna be like, man, hey, look, I know you done proved it, but shit, we need you to prove it again. You know
I ain't like last year.
No, fact. Sometimes it's time to move on, bro. Like, and Brian O'Neill seems like he's right in that spot. I don't know if I'm all the way there about moving on from Brian O'Neill because I know that we've been. And shout out Really Flawed. I see you in the chat. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Cause and effect. I see all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in tonight for the show. You know, my only fear, right, is that we fuck it up and we let Brian O'Neill walk, and then let's say Caleb Tiernan isn't good. All right, the guy that we got from Buffalo isn't the guy, and now we're right back to this is all going to string back to the quarterback play, and we all know that. Well, he could have been better, but you got to think with Brian O'Neill left and shit, and we just start hearing that shit, and then now we're just dragging out the quarterback talk even more on why they didn't perform the way they should have performed. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, as long as Brian O'Neill is performing like he is when he is healthy, and yes, he needs to stay healthy. All players need to stay healthy. I say if you can make the money work, make it work, right? If you can make it work comfortably, make it work rather than just fucking let's free up this money just because we drafted another young tackle or whatever the case may be. That's kind of where I'm at with it, but I'm curious to hear where you at with it, Nick, man. You go next, man. Where you at with it?
So it's a double-edged sword because I think with last year, we never had our O-line healthy.
Yeah.
Ever. So CD's been looking good. I don't know if you guys have seen the
highlights. No knee brace. Yeah, I seen
brace. He looks quick. He looks powerful. And I think last year, with all of the injuries, I think Brian kind of had to take a little bit more on. I'm not at a keep it or trade it. You know, Zoe could sway me, but the problem is we don't have anyone right now. And I think for the year, you just got to play. If there's somehow we can do a little more guaranteed up front and make them happy and then be like, hey man, let's see how this year goes. Because I mean, if he comes in and he's an all-pro bowler, you know, now I'm okay having him an extra year. But if he plays, you know, kind of either mediocre or just terrible and gets injured, then we're okay getting out of the contract next year. But I think Will Fry's coming off the end injury. Last year, we rushed everyone back. And I've said this before, Will Fry should have been playing week 1, and I don't think Darisaw should have been playing week 6 or whenever he came in. And then that screwed up everything the whole year. I knew Will Fry's was going to take 2 years, and I knew CD was going to take a full, you know, season and some change to get back to the CD that we knew. So as of right now, regardless of the quarterback situation, I think you need to keep the unit that's there. I'm a little worried about center. I mean, Brandell was okay, but then I also have to think of Brandell 2 years ago, who was atrocious. And I just don't want to get back to that Blake Brandell.
Yeah.
Where I'm seeing, you know, Garrett Bradbury getting pushed back every often. I just want a solid O-line for once. We've been stressing this in Zimmer. That's 2014. That's 2015. Teddy Bridgewater running for his life. Like, we've been talking about this for so long that everyone's been there for so long. Just keep it as is. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't trust Caleb right now. I would just leave O'Neill in. I don't think he's terrible. He wasn't the reason we were losing games. He did get JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
hurt.
but he might hold out, bro.
He's not holding out. He's too soft.
Shit, he might.
He's too soft.
He might.
He's too soft.
All right, Brian O'Neill acting funny, bro.
But
You know what I'm saying?
again, that's why if there's a situation where we can, dump it up front, hey man, we'll pay you like a right tackle this year, but
Yeah.
if you because he's got injury history. This isn't like we're paying a Brian O'Neill's never gone down and played 17 games a year and is you know what I mean? That's not the Brian O'Neill we're getting right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Where you at with it, Mike?
Unlike the quarterback situation where I'm reading in between every line,
Hey, Mike, you know what I like, bro? Every time Mike got to laugh before he start to talk because he about to say some bullshit here right now in a good way. Good bullshit.
I unlike reading between the quarterback lines and hearing Murray and McCarthy on that, I think it's just a case of O'Neill's been in the league for 10 plus years or however long he's been at this rate. I think part of it's just making sure that he doesn't get injured before training camp. Part of it could be contract. So I don't think it's going to be a holdout situation. I don't think he's going to pull if you don't sign me or repay me or whatever, I'm going to hold out. And O'Neill's never been that guy. We've never seen him have like a prima donna-esque like tantrum about it all. So I think it's just one of those things where he's trying to be smart about it, to be a good leader. I'll put it like this: if Jefferson did that same thing, I wouldn't be against it at all. So, I think he's just doing what he can to make sure that he doesn't become a liability when the games actually matter. You know what I mean? When he can go out there, be as reliable as possible. Because, what happens if he plays seriously during OTAs and he tweaks something, or he, pulls something, or God forbid tears something?
Yeah.
Now we're really fucked.
No, that's a fact.
I think at the end of the day, I'm not reading too much into it unless if it's like truly something like I'm talking DEFCON 1 when it comes to Brian O'Neill. So I don't think anything is really going to happen. And if for some reason, like we have to put him on a contract year or prove a year or whatever, sure. But I will just say this in regards to our offensive line. The grass is not always greener when it comes to our offensive line. I think at this point, the things we need to really address at this point are our center position. I think we need to find.
Hold on, we about to talk about that, Mike. Don't get too deep into that because I know I stand. I don't stand alone, but I know I have a different take than the average Vikings fan when it comes to that. And I was early on that, so we'll touch on that. We'll get to
then at this point, I think we're fine when it comes to Brian O'Neill. I'm not too worried about what's going on with him.
All right, Brev, talk to us, man.
Yeah, I think you extend him. I think you extend him a year or two. I've heard a lot of people say like, "Oh, he fell off. Oh, he's this, he's that." No, he didn't. He's the exact same player he's always been.
Yeah.
He does get a little banged up. He's people talk about him like he's ancient. He's 30. He's a tackle. Like
he's just been in the league a minute. He seems ancient, but he's not. Yeah, you're right.
I think he's going into like year 8, 7, or 8.
Technically, bro, he's like literally hitting his prime when you think about offensive line. Like, for real.
No, Brev, I don't know. I saw him with a walker one time. He's getting that retirement age.
Yeah. Well, he was like the 13th highest rated tackle in PFF and overall grade last year. His pass blocking was top quarter percentile of the league. His run blocking grade was top 10. Like, he's still a fine tackle. You can do a lot worse than Brian O'Neill. He will be 31 later this year. Like, right as the season starting, he'll be 31. But, like, again, he's a tackle. We're not talking about a running back. We're not talking about a wide receiver. Tackles can play into their mid-30s. I'm not saying give him a 5-year deal.
Yeah,
but
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. I think maybe they could give him a 4 or 5 year deal. That's like I said on the show before. Like it's a 2-year deal with dressing on it. It's team friendly. They can fudge the money around, so like they can put the guaranteed money up front, like Nick said, and kind of fudge with the dollars a little bit. But yeah, like 100%. I don't want to. I'm not saying Brian O'Neill's like a league top tackle, but I'm also saying.
But he's worth keeping, though.
Yeah, I don't know why this narrative started about Brian O'Neill's old, banged up, he sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well
and,
I know.
And not to cut you off, Brad, but like I want to spin back to us. Obviously, we beat the quarterback situation up tonight. I think it plays a huge part in that, bro. Like if we really want to see the best from our, let's say JJ McCarthy, right? Let's just talk about our young quarterback, but this also goes for Kyler Murray as well. If we want to see the best potential out of these guys and really figure out who do we have, whether you're one of the fans that feels like, hey, if Kyler Murray plays good, we're going to extend him. He's going to be the quarterback for the next 5 years for the Vikings. Or if JJ McCarthy comes in, plays good, there's our face of the franchise quarterback. Boom, boom, boom. I think O'Neal plays a huge part in that, bruh. Like for real, because let's just say we let him walk and you put the guy from the Bills out there. I forget his name, man. If one of y'all know his name,
Irrelevant. That's his name.
I know that. Well, Dale loves him. You know, Delton hit me up and was like, "I love the dude," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." Now here's my deal, though.
Proctor.
Yeah, and Tiernan. I mean, yes, young player, right? Young player, love him. You always want to see the young guys go out there and flourish, but bro, you don't want to be in this point in time right now with the Vikings when you're talking about a coach that's never won a playoff game yet. I'm talking about a team that the quarterback's always up in the air. We don't know what the hell's going on. You don't want to be fucking around with the offensive line right now, bro. That might not be the smartest move. You know what I mean? So you probably want to try to keep everything how it is. And I think if you keep it how it is, it's good. I want to talk on the center position here because I've always been a fan. Oh, go ahead.
I have one question for you and Brev both because I know, Rab, you're a major Murray fan, and Brev, I know you think he is.
Are you calling me a Murray fanboy right now, bro?
Oh yeah, bro, you're driving the bus. You're driving the bus, dog. You and Kuma.
Hey, I'm like this, bro. I'm leaning back in the bus seat, like, yeah, motherfucker, get in.
Let me ask you this: regardless of who's starting, is there a world where both these quarterbacks are on the field?
You mean like in the same game without injuries, or you mean just like
a play? Like a KOC, some backyard football KOC. Do you think that regardless of who you don't think?
I mean, that would be awesome. Like
that would be crazy.
You got Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. Walk with me. You go empty. McCarthy alone in the gun. Kyler Murray trips right, far boundary receiver. Little quick snap.
Y'all trying to get KOC ass cussed out, boy. I already know y'all, boy. Listen, we'll be cussing KOC ass out from here.
But if it works,
I know, boy.
Yep.
Nah,
I'm good on that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm definitely decent on that. Look, I ain't trying to hit none of that. I want him to just do the simple shit. I formation, hand the ball off. We talking about Max, right? Yeah, I formation. Hand the fucking ball off.
So you say that, but San Francisco already admitted that they stole that play. The play that we used against Baltimore.
Yeah.
They stole that and they used it and it worked.
Yeah. But I will say this, Nick, though. You know, we talked about this, right? This is a question that I've asked multiple times. Why is it that a team only has to have one, quarterback? So what I mean by that is why, I mean, yes, you have a starter.
Agree. That's where I'm going with this.
But why can't two quarterbacks play in the same game? And let's just say, we have a total of 40 offensive plays. One quarterback may play, does 18 snaps. The other one does 12, whatever the case may be. Why does it just have to be QB1 and that's it? If you have two guys that are good, it's one of those deals.
I agree with that.
You have Kyler Murray play quarters 1 through 3, and then JJ McCarthy play quarter 4. I think you get the perfect.
Yeah, because Kyler can't close it, so McCarthy can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. McCarthy closed the game out. He the closer. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be crazy.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand why it has to be like that, and you can't be different. I feel like there should be a team that should kind of do things a little different. Try it out.
I can answer that for this reason. Nobody has two quarterbacks like we do. There's not a team I know everyone wants to crap on JJ McCarthy, whatever, but the talent's there. He's got a big arm. He's quick, right? I'm sorry. I'm taking if McCarthy's our backup quarterback. I think he's the best backup quarterback in the league as far as who is one play away from being able, you know what I mean? I don't want it a Josh Dobbs situation, right? The Jets, the other teams that don't have a second quarterback. We're technically the first team to be able to do something like that. If there's something that McCarthy does better than Murray, why can't we throw him out like that? Or, if there's a play where we need Murray to do some backyard football, run around and chuck it down the field, I wish we'd do that. I don't think we're going to do that.
Nah, it won't happen because it's not.
No, I'm on board, and it would tell you what, it'd bring the locker room together. I'd tell you, JJ and Murray probably start hanging out.
I think the Chiefs have the leg up on that because they got Pat and Justin Fields.
Yeah, they got Justin Fields and Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you don't want Patrick Mahomes on the sideline too long.
Like Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom Hill, like Taysom Hill. Yeah, that was another.
I'm gonna say this though, Nick. Y'all know the old saying: if you got two quarterbacks, you got none.
Yeah, hey, that is what they say, boy. If you got two quarterbacks, you ain't got shit. Yeah,
I think the problem is, Nick, and to answer your question, KOC will overcomplicate that shit and make it look dipshittery by comparison.
No, but I'm talking about if we were coaching the team as a unit.
Oh yeah, no, I think there's
right there.
I think there's a universe. Hell, I'd probably even bring back Josh Dobbs just to have a little bit of like excitement coming in with his
First of all,
mobility.
Yeah. You know, it's just simple. Like, why can't you just have 3 or 4 plays during a game? You know, just to throw a defense off where, like, even let's say Kyler Murray's the starter, but then it's just like, all right, bro, like, hey, JJ, this is your drive.
I think there was at one point there was like an era where like you had some teams trying to run like a pseudo wildcat form where they had like a mobile quarterback coming in for like 1 or 2 plays to kind of confuse offenses while the pocket guy sat on the bench for like a few plays to rest. I could be wrong. Someone might have to quote me on that or find that out somewhere else. But I think there was a time at one point, like a decade or 2 ago. So
you wouldn't be able to scheme for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first year, and then second year really is where
I want a Super Bowl this year. That's what I want. I don't care who gets it. I don't care if Uncle Rico's back there slinging the rock.
There we go. All right, let's get SKOL, bro. Hey, SKOL, bro, what you think on that, bro? Can you hear us?
Yeah, it just cut out on me, man. I was driving past the airport, and that shit always cuts out right there.
Oh yeah, no, you good. What you think about the? First of all, what do you think about Brian O'Neill? Should we extend him, or are you okay with letting bro walk?
I think we should extend him. I like him. I mean, depends on how long you're going to extend him for, though.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the money left on it? But it will also free up some cash too.
It would free up money for you right now, eat up some cap down the road, and you'd probably have to pay him an average of like 23 to 25 mil a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. He's kind of getting a little old.
Mafia like, nah, I'm good.
You can fudge it though. That it won't be straight up 22 million off the cap.
I still be feeling like cap's a myth, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know it exists, but sometimes I be feeling like it's a myth, bro.
Look at the
range.
range.
I was saying it's because if you switch it over to a signing bonus, it's not being counted for off of the cap. So,
all right, Unc, appreciate you tapping in, Unc, man. Next time, bro, you gotta get on. Next time.
All right, TK.
Yeah, man. Hey, but so I wanted to before we got into the 2 quarterback thing, we were talking about the center because I wanted to touch on that because early on, right, when we transitioned Brandale to the center position, I was excited because I'm like, yo, this might actually be his calling. I mean, he's played every other position on the offensive line. So I'm like, yo, why wouldn't he be able to play center at a high level? You know, let's throw him in there and see what happens. I think he actually played good. People don't talk about the 2 of the teams he played against were the Browns, who the defensive line is elite, and the Eagles. You know, and we tried to grade him off of those 2 games, and I'm like, yo, you got to put the context there, man. Like at the end of the day, and those were his first reps. I'm thinking like, shit, he did better than Garrett Bradbury. And shit, that was his position, his sole position. So here's my thing. I think with a whole off season of Brandale playing center, I think we're going to be surprised on how good he could be, man, in my opinion. I like Brandale at center. He has the build and he's athletic. I think him being athletic, being there in that phone booth, he's going to be able to hold it down. Now, I do worry about Kyler Murray because Brandale a big dude, bro. That's a big-ass center. I think Brandale like, what, 6'6" or some shit?
Yeah, he's big.
He big dude. He big dude. He ain't like Bradbury. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna be starting anyways.
Who do you have starting over Blake Brandale at center? Jurgens?
He talking about the quarterback.
You talking about Kyler? Oh, you talking about Kyler Murray?
He ain't gonna have to. He's gonna be on the bench holding the clipboard.
Okay.
I mean,
but let's go around the horn, right? Zoe, we'll start with you. We'll go around the horn. Where are you at with Blake Brandale? Do you feel like we need to either look for another center. I know we drafted one this year too, didn't we? From Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Got
we got a
Gavin.
UDFA too.
What's his name? Yeah. So, do you think we should stick with Brandell at center, or Jurgens is a name, or do you think we need to like what needs to happen at the center position this year?
You said me?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start with you.
I think like Brandell, I think he played decent last year. I'm not really mad he playing center like some Vikings fans is. Then we did draft for center. Hopefully we can like get him up to par. If Brandell do go down, he can slide in there though. But I don't have no issue with him playing center. He played last year, and like you said, like I really never paid him that much of attention because he wasn't really that bad at the center spot. So
yeah,
that's the bright spot to me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Where you at with it, Nick?
Man, I'll be honest. I don't know about Brandell, but I'm going to stick to what I said the last time. I think you have to just stick with the consistency. If it's Brandell, there's a couple of people I'm intrigued about. There's a UDFA that I'm intrigued on how he does. And then I'm curious how the Cincinnati guy is. I don't think any of them are going to be ready. I'm a firm believer. I think what we had last year at the end, as far as health-wise, is what the line needs to be, which is Darisaw, Jackson, either Kelly or not Kelly, Jurgens or Brandell. Brandell's bigger. Jurgens is, I guess, a little bit quicker. I just want them to be healthy. I'm worried about depth at center.
Yeah, me too, man. Where you at, Mafia, with the center, man? Blake Brandell.
I do like him, and definitely I think it will benefit him having this entire offseason just focusing on that one position. He didn't actually do that last year, you know? So, I mean, that's going to be big, I think, for him. But I'm kind of concerned with the depth as well, but hopefully our line will hold up this year. Hopefully we don't have bad luck 2 years in a row with the line.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
Last year was horrible with the O-line.
Absolutely, bro. I hope the injury bug stays away from us this year, man. Mike, where you at with it with Brandell, Mike?
I'm indifferent on it, to be honest. I mean, if he does well, great. If he doesn't, then we move on next year and we find somebody else. I think best case scenario, if he does fail, still keep him as depth because you can never not have a healthy liability or healthy scratch or whatever you want to call it on the offensive line.
Yeah. The problem is too, and I'll get to you, Brev. The problem with me though, I'm confident in him. If I was a fan right now that wasn't confident in him, I would be concerned because like if the center doesn't work, bro, like I mean.
Oh yeah, no. There was that kid from Iowa that I saw, which I was like, yes, please, I'll take the kid from Iowa right now. But
who's it, the mullet man?
Yeah.
The moment we didn't get him, I was like, yeah, we're rolling with Brandell. So
a lot of fans like Jurgens too, though. You know, I've heard his name be tossed around there. I don't know too much about the kid.
What did he do?
We should have got Pat Coogan is who we should have got, in my opinion, in the draft. That's what I wanted. But that's neither here nor there. Brad, where you at with it though, man? How you feeling about Blake Brandell?
I'm kind of like Mike. I'm indifferent. I'm not expecting big things. I'm not expecting awful things. Like he knows the offense. I don't think he's going to be a long-term solution. But as far as keeping the line together and having some consistency, like Nick alluded to, that's going to be your best shot. And kind of hope that Gavin Gerhardt can develop behind the scenes. For Jurgens, like I don't know if Jurgens makes the 53.
Yeah.
To be honest. But yeah, Brandell's fine.
Dang.
I mean, to be fair, he can't do any worse than Ed Ingram. That's all. He can't do any worse.
I don't know.
Ed Ingram turned out to be a beast, though, bro. Like that shit sucks, bro.
So real quick, I want to ask: is this the first year where that guy's not our coach? Because I forgot to ask that.
Chris Cooper.
Yeah, he's gone. This is the first year. It wasn't last year.
Yeah,
this is the first year.
O'Connell hired him in 2022, and he came here, and he's been here ever since.
Yeah, I think that's big. I think I'm surprised none of us even touched on that. I think that in itself, with him being gone,
I think it's not really much of a shocker because maybe it's just me. We don't really. The only exception was Dontel, but that was because Dontel was a dipshit. He was, for lack of a better word, a dipshit in every sense of the word.
The worst.
But O'Connell doesn't really fire a lot of his like personnel. He doesn't fire a lot of his coaches. He doesn't really get rid of a lot of positional coaches because it's the culture, it's the vibes. We have to keep everything in house, keep everything. What was the thing that they wanted with like Zimmer and Spielman? Continuity, guys. It's continuity squad.
Yeah.
So,
no, for sure.
Ed got a second contract,
and they didn't even talk.
Yeah, Ed did get a second contract. He did.
Yeah.
He did his thing in Houston, man. I was like, yo, what the hell?
Well, when I saw that at that point, I know I'm not a fire the coach mid-season kind of guy, but if I'm looking at that, if I'm Kevin O'Connell and Ed Ingram historically bad right guard, you know what I mean? If I'm watching him by week 7, I'm just like,
Rap, you want to know what Ed Ingram got you? What he got you though?
What did he give me?
Ed Ingram, the draft pick that we got for him, went to us, and then it went to like 2 or 3 other teams like San Fran, New England.
Mm-hmm.
It eventually came back to us after we traded back up for it in the 2026 NFL draft to pick 198 for Wake Forest running back Damon Claiborne.
Let's go, man! Shout out Ed Ingram, man.
Yep.
F Ed Ingram. No.
Thank you, Ed.
I'm cheers to that.
Hey, facts, bro. F Ed Ingram, bro. Nah, for real. That's what's up. I like how you put it in perspective like that. Yeah, hey, okay.
Yep.
I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. We can find his replacement. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about Claiborne. Speaking of Claiborne, Gary, I'm gonna get you on. Hey, Mike, I'm gonna put you off real quick, bro, and I'm gonna get Gary on, bro.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Good talking to you,
my man.
All right, Gary, go ahead. Try to click the link now, Papa Gary. See if you can click in.
What's good, Zoe?
What up, though? Who that SKOL Mafia?
Yeah.
What up, my guy?
No, I'm chilling. I'm on my way home from work.
Mafia.
This is my first time seeing you, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's my first time.
Oh, you ain't never seen him? Y'all ain't never seen him?
No.
Oh shit.
I'm like a ghost, baby.
Yeah. I ain't never seen him before.
He been on a couple times, bro. He showed his face on the show before.
I'm like a ghost, baby.
Yeah, he is like a ghost though. He stay low key. Papa Gary, try to tap in. Try to tap in now. See if you can hit the link, bro.
So while we're waiting for Papa Gary at Rap, can you put on your best used car salesman tactics and sell me on Damon Claiborne?
Oh, bro, like that. I mean, that's super easy, bro. Look, I've said this already too, right? Like, first of all, the home run ability is super important to our success as a team. Okay, because the running backs that have that ability, they can flip a game in the blink of an eye. It almost goes back to, I like to use the Colts game as an example, the major comeback, the historic comeback, the 33-0. You know, when you look at Dalvin Cook and how he busted that game open off a simple screen pass, it's one of those deals where we don't have that on the team right now, and we haven't had that on the team since he left, since Dalvin Cook left. What I like about Claiborne, because he's that same type of runner. Like, he's fast, he's shifty. You miss a tackle and he hits the outside, bro, he's taking it to the crib. Like, and if it ain't to the crib, he's getting us in field goal range. Especially we got Will Reichert. It all comes together. So like, this is what it is like when I think about Aaron Jones, you know, all right, he's good at certain things. You know, Aaron Jones isn't a bad running back. He's good at certain things.
Elite.
Yeah, he's not elite. I look at even Jordan Mason. I think we kind of overhyped it a little bit when we signed him.
Too much. I was actually pretty upset with that. I'm gonna be real with you.
I was excited, but then after seeing it, I'm like, he's kind of like just a notch better than Alexander Madison, in my opinion, bro. He kind of runs the same way, bro. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I hold, and my thing with running backs is my expectations are super high. So, like, you know, I'm probably a little different than like, I'm holding the running back position up there, bro, just because I want a home run hitter, and Claiborne gonna give us that, bro. You gonna see.
So I disagree. I actually disagree with you, Rap. I feel like I'm a bigger advocate than you are for the running back position. And over the last year and some change, hey, my man Papa Gary.
Look at Papa Gary in the building, man. We'll answer your question too, Philly. I got you, bro. We'll get to that. Let's get Papa Gary Let's get Papa Gary introduced here. But go ahead, Nick. Go ahead, Nick. Finish that.
There's so many running backs that we passed up on, and the reason why I say this is because I'm a fantasy junkie, right?
Yeah.
I'm the guy doing mock drafts to see where players are landing right when they're drafted. That's the type of fantasy player I'm in. So over the last year, like last season, I took Cam Scadaboo, I took Omarion Hampton, I took Quinshawn Judkins, I took RJ Harvey. That's 4 rookies that carried my fantasy team. And over the last 2 years, the amount of running backs we have left, and I'm not trying to downplay Aaron Jones because he's a good locker room guy, and I hope Claiborne was. I'll be quick with this. This is why I wanted to bring this up, Rap, because before that clip that I sent yesterday, I thought Claiborne was going to be a practice squad guy. But when I watched him run that kickoff, he was jogging. I hope y'all know that.
Practice squad.
Well, because, bro, he can't pass block. You know what I mean? And, like, there are people with speed that can't be good running backs. That's just true. You know what I mean? Like, you look at who was the Alabama? Trent Richardson, right? Yeah. Fast, can't see the hole. So I just thought, this is going to take a couple of years. When I saw that kickoff return, bro, he's gliding up the field like this, just jogging, and he was past everyone. So I don't think he's gonna make a major impact on the field. I think he's gonna. I just feel like KOC, and this is honestly my biggest quarrel with KOC, is he's such a guy's guy that if there's somebody like last year, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Xavier Scott felt like a bigger threat than Aaron Jones and felt like a bigger threat than Jordan Mason, but they're not KOC's guys.
I don't think Xavier Scott is that good, man.
Y'all are tripping, bro. Did you see that game where he was RB1? Did you watch the game?
Bro, I don't think he's that good.
I'm telling you, bro. Well, it's not only the running back. He can catch. He's a receiver.
He need to be on the practice squad, bro. Like if he blocks my boy Blessing, I'm gonna be mad. You hear me? Like,
he's a better pass blocker than your boy.
It don't matter. It don't matter. He ain't the better football player.
No. I 100%
said he wouldn't be
that
if
was
Claiborne didn't make
After
53.
seeing that kickoff return, Claiborne's going to be explosive. I'm on the Claiborne train. That's why I brought it up. I'm with you, Rap.
Shout out Papa Gary, man. We'll get Papa Gary to answer Philly's question. Philly got a question for you, Papa Gary. You can start us off. Do y'all think Tavier Thomas makes the 53? My answer is no. I don't think so. Yeah.
If you want me to answer that, no.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go into details?
Yeah.
Well, number one, he's a little slow. Number two, he's a little slower to the game. You know what? I don't want to beat somebody up here. Listen, he made it to the point that he's on, the 92. Guys, I don't think that he has it in which to make it to the 53. I don't know what more you want me to say than that.
Yeah.
I'm just being real.
Shout out Lions today, man. Appreciate my guy Micro. Yeah, no, facts. He ain't making that 53, Philly. I ain't gonna lie. I do like his attitude. Didn't he do something and mess up something last year? Didn't he do something stupid or something, like a holding or something?
The holding against the Bears.
He made the team?
He made the team, but he did something stupid, bro. That pissed me off. Bro.
Can I say something that'll piss you off?
Thomas making the team.
Yeah,
Didn't he also miss the tackle when the Bears ran that back and ended up beating us?
Was he the one? He definitely not on my team.
I think he was the one.
He held against the Bears.
Oh, that was he was the one that held?
No. I think Gary was talking about the one where JJ McCarthy just scored and then the Bears ran the kickoff back. Are you talking about that?
Yeah. Xavier Thomas.
On that play, he's 100% not on my team. Yeah. And I'm pissed he's in camp right now.
What do you think,
that was Ivan Pace that missed that tackle. Ivan Pace missed that tackle.
Hey, whoa. Hey, whoa.
Oh, here goes Rap now.
Chill out.
Is that your boy, Rap?
Chill out. Nah, don't do that. Nah, facts. I don't care.
Pace gang is dead, I think, man. I don't know if he's even gonna make it.
That shit's been dead.
I told myself I'm Vikings first this year, bro. I'm not. We ain't starting no gangs this year. Y'all notice I ain't starting no gang this year, right? Like I'm strictly Vikings this year, bro.
You're
We
Murray
Vikings
gang.
I am low key kind of Murray gang a little bit, I guess you could say, but I just. you know,
My man,
a little bit of
man's a
Murray gang.
Michigan fan, grew up like loves McCarthy, and he's like, who's
Bro,
JJ
because I
McCarthy?
want the best quarterback to play on my team. That's why.
JJ the best quarterback.
I
They
was
tell.
pissed when we
Can I
extended
can
Thomas.
I
He
piss
gotta
y'all
he
off
gotta
real
show
quick?
me that he's the best quarterback, man.
Yeah.
Because you know what, he had a couple good plays. Don't get me wrong, man. He made some awesome plays where I was like, oh shit, maybe he is the guy. And then he
But
followed it up with the worst fucking throw I've ever fucking seen in my life.
right, but with
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
like,
you
what the
guys
fuck
saying
was
that,
that, man? And then you guys say, yeah, he only had 1,000 reps passing in college. He needs reps. Dude, he's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He'd have all the fucking reps in the world, but he can't stay on the field. He can't
That's a
stay healthy
fact.
to save his life.
It's a
If he could
fact,
stay
bruh.
healthy, he'd get the reps, but he can't do it.
The fact,
Until
Brev.
he shows me, I cannot get on that train until he shows me he can go out there and do this shit.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm
Brev.
not gonna back
You
myself
said
into
you
a
said you
corner
was
like I
going.
did last year.
You said you was gonna piss us off, Brev. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, not only is Tavier Thomas making the 53, he's an absolute lock to make the 53.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
B, I agree with B.
He just signed a 2-year, $4.6 million contract. He's on the team.
Oh,
He's
okay.
already made the team.
Hey,
Oh,
Rat,
okay.
why?
you know why I got Thomas making the team?
Because Pace going to get cut?
No, he from Detroit.
Oh, he from detail. Okay. All
my
right. Well, shit,
people.
you know, hey, look, man, look. Hey, look
He's
here.
making it.
I'm not going to lose no sleep over Tavier Thomas making the team. Here's my thing. He just better not fuck up again like he did
That's
last
fact.
year.
Oh, yeah.
That's fact.
His dad yelled at me on Twitter because I called his play out, and that wasn't pretty.
Because
That's
one thing I
like-
did hear, one thing I heard about him though, I heard he's a great locker room guy. I remember somebody saying how great of a teammate he is. Like,
He's
so
real
he's that,
cool, though.
you know. But this the thing.
Smith's
I
good.
also don't like how the Vikings sign players based off that. You know, like we got to stop doing that, bro. Like signing players because they're cool in the locker room. It's like, bro, there's enough guys to be cool in the locker room. At some point, you got to get some good football players up in there. You know, we got a locker room full of cool motherfuckers, but like, can we win with these guys? You know, so, you know, because I feel like we do that every year where we'll have a couple guys that it's, oh, why is he actually on the team? Well, he's a good locker room guy. Okay.
Oh, man.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Rap, can I
Yeah.
ask you a question? Were
Yeah.
you a baller or were you a good locker room guy?
I was both. You know what I'm saying? I backed it up in the locker room and in the goddamn and on the court. You hear me? Like,
I love
for
you,
real.
brother.
I did both. You know, I was all around package.
I love you,
Pops
brother.
in
I
the
had to
building.
do it,
My
man.
pops in the building. He'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I held it down out there, both sides. You know what I mean? Both sides. Nah, but
Yo,
for real
I
though,
gotta get
I
tapping
love.
out.
Huh?
Yo, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
go ahead, Moff. You good?
I'm just about to be getting home from work right now, so I gotta
Okay,
tap
yeah,
out.
bro. I appreciate you, man. Love you, SKOL, bro, man. We'll link up for sure.
Yeah, I
Peace
love
out,
y'all
Moff.
too, man.
Love you too.
Love you, brother.
All right, bro.
I'll jump back in the chat in a bit. I just gotta go home and shower and do
Yeah,
all that
man.
shit.
Do your thing, bro. Do your
Hey,
thing.
be safe.
All right, brother.
Get home safe, bro.
Shout out, Moff, man. At the SKOL, bro.
One of the hardest jobs of anybody I've ever seen. I could
Bro,
never
he
do
be
it.
sending me pictures. That boy be like 200 feet up in the air, bro. Strapped.
Dude,
Be
it's
like sending me.
crazy.
Pictures. I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing all the way up
You guys
there,
never
bro?
so cars before, bro.
Yeah.
Do
Nah,
live
we
in
need
Minnesota?
Mafia, man. Mafia, he doing God's work, but I'm gonna tell you that because I'm not climbing up that tree. I promise you
Do
that.
Mafia live in Minnesota?
Nah, he live in New
No,
York.
he's in New York.
Yeah, he lives in Rochester, New York, up in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. So I'm. Hey, look. Hey, 4th and 8. Look, shout out my boy Micro, man. He said 4th and 8. I can see him doing the 4th and 25 from our own. Hey, Micro. Shout out, Mike. Hey, we got to link up this year, though, man. Facts. We got to link up for a Lions Vikings collab. That's a fact for sure. Hey, Papa Gary, who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player that we drafted this year?
That's a really good question, and I'm not going to get long-winded. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, boy, fucking linebacker, dude. I swear to God, he's a new Van Ginkel.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I think he's going to be. I don't know. I like Banks's potential. Oh man, you got big citrus. Come on, Rat, don't do this to me. Okay, I'm going to linebacker. I'm going good A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta
like
say
his
too.
I like his versatility when you match him up with B-Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say
Look
too.
at Nick laughing at me.
I wanted to say too, Papa Gary, man. I want to say this, bro. You look good, man. There's something about you tonight. You glowing, brother. I just want to let you know that, man. You look real good today, man. Your skin glowing. You know what I mean? You got the hair hanging out the back of the hat, man. I'm loving it, man. You know what I mean?
That's just the lights here in the garage, guys. It's not a halo. Trust me. Maybe I'm getting closer to death, is what it is.
Hey, y'all, you look like you moving far away from death tonight, man. You looking.
I shaved the beard off. I actually put my first goatee on. I called myself Rap.
Yeah, let's go, man.
How the family, Papa Gary? How the grandkids?
Hey, doing great. Chandler just kicked ass again in another tournament. Out of 47 teams, ended up taking second.
Let's go.
First, but yeah, family's doing good, man. Getting some fishing in and.
Let's go, man. That's what's up, man. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. And that's who Chandler's gonna be our next quarterback. You know what I mean? As we just temporarily, man. We just waiting. You know, we only got what? How many years we got, Gary, before he gets to be eligible for the draft? What we got? 6 years?
He's 12.
He's 12. Damn.
Yeah.
So we got like
damn.
Right.
So I have to just one bragging point here, if I may too. So the very first game they had over the weekend, and it was a regional tournament. These 12-year-olds, they scored 87 points.
Dang.
We talking basketball, right?
Points. I have never seen kids like this ball the way that they can. Their ball handling is crazy. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, dang, that's crazy. Shout out USA, man. We up 1-0, I think. USA up 1-0, man. Fuck Portugal.
Hey, I have a question for all of you guys, Rap. If did you say fuck Portugal?
Is that who we're playing today? Is that who we playing today? Who we playing tonight?
You see how beautiful the women are from Portugal? When you say fuck Portugal, do you mean like all the chicks there or what?
No, I'm just talking about a soccer team. Yeah, just
sure you are, buddy.
No, hey, no disrespect to the Portuguese people in the chat tonight, if there is any. You know, no disrespect to your culture. I'm talking about the soccer team specifically.
Enemy right now.
Make that clear.
Playing
Make that clear.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we're playing Paraguay. Okay. I thought we were playing Portugal. Okay.
We're up 2-0.
Oh, we're up 2-0 now. Yeah.
Who's playing? USA?
Yeah. It's our first game.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So hey, Rap, can I throw a question out to the game?
Hey, absolutely, man.
All right. And this is a stupid question, but it is legitimately potentially achievable. Do you percent chance that Will the Thrill in Mexico City is going to kick something at 70? Is he going to make a 70-yarder?
What's the record again? Didn't the dude from
it didn't count. It didn't count.
It didn't count?
The Ravens, right?
Preseason.
The Ravens, right? Yeah, it was the Ravens, right?
No, Jacksonville, Cam Little.
The Jacksonville one counted.
No.
Yeah, that was during the season, bro. No, that was he did it during the season.
What was the one? 69?
It's 68 yards.
No, he hit 70. He hit 70 in preseason.
No, we're talking about real game.
No, but we're talking, but we're saying though the record for the season is 68. So Papa
real
Gary
game. The record. But what I'm saying is it should be 70 yards. Like he kicked it from 70 yards. Like he banked that in the preseason. It was
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So in fantasy, I want to say while people were still drafting receivers and crap, bro, I took Cam Little. They didn't kick as many field goals as I wanted. But I was like, bro, if he's sinking a 70, like I thought Jacksonville wasn't going to be scoring that.
Well, so to answer your question, Papa Gary, I think he will get I think he'll do a 68-yarder this year. I'll say 68. But I will say, like, it's going to become more normal.
I'm buying a jersey.
I mean? Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to become more normal. I think every year we see like the kickers, they start to hit them longer and longer. I mean, it's just because they're getting more athletic. They're figuring out the science of the game's changing. It's just like anything else. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see multiple kickers this year hit it from 68, 65, 67. Like that's almost becoming normal now, bro. It's almost becoming chip shot.
They're not walk off Will, bro. He's so.
Yeah, no, Will gonna definitely do it though. Yeah,
and it's going to change the game, guys. Seriously, if we start getting a bunch of kickers that can nail those things, it's going to change the game to a point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, facts. Tycoon said they already unfollowed. Man, my bad, bro. You know, shout out to the Portuguese people. It wasn't even your country anyway, so it don't even matter. Like, don't even take it personal. You know what I mean, I'm Team USA, bro. So if you go unfollow. You know what I mean? USA. USA.
I'm waving my American flag right now, and you know I am.
Let's go.
I don't even watch soccer, but I'm rooting for USA.
Yeah, I don't watch soccer neither.
I don't watch soccer neither, so yeah, don't feel bad.
All right, so Rap, one more question for me, and then I'll let you brothers go. Because as you know, I like to seek to understand before I seek to be understood. However, everybody's talking about the running game, and we've been talking about ever since KOC got here. All right.
Yeah.
I want you to think about the changes that have really happened, the slow changes that have happened. Everybody's dogging about the running game. You've heard me say it 2 years in a row. Ironically, we've had right around 1,850 yards rushing. What are you guys predicting we get for rushing this year? Now, with Murray and or, okay, you can change it if Murray's in there because of obvious reasons. But if we get JJ in there too, I'm telling you, I think we exceed 2,200 yards. I truly do.
You go ahead. I'll let you go first, Brav. You go first, Brav. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we could, because I've been saying if the Vikings just had like an average or even slightly above average running game, they don't need to have like a top 5, top 10 to have a lethal offense. Yeah. 2,200 yards puts you right in that top 10 range. I think because we were talking with Dre a couple weeks ago, and he was like 2,100 yards. I was like, that's the 12th best mark in the league. So if you get to 2,200, you're in that above average range. I think they can do it. They made a ton of, at least on paper, commitments to the run game this offseason, like with Frank Smith. I think Kevin O'Connell knows that he needs to run the ball for as much as we love to hate him or hate to love him.
About it.
Yeah. And like drafting Claiborne, if he makes the roster, just for some reason, there's a ton of moves that they made this offseason that point toward it. And I don't know. I think it'll happen. I don't think they can get much worse running the ball, because since Kevin O'Connell's been there, they've been slightly below average when you extrapolate over the 4 years. So,
Where you at, Zoe?
I'm gonna say like what my Uncle Drake say, man. I'm gonna say 2,100 rushing yards. But I do got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that rookie running back is actually gonna see the field?
I hope he does.
He's gonna win the kickoff job, either punt return or kickoff.
Oh, you think he's gonna take the job from Miles Price? I don't know about that.
I think Miles Price is gonna get a bigger role.
Who?
I think Miles Price is gonna get a bigger role.
And what? On the offense?
Yeah.
What position?
Well,
he's a receiver.
Well, he's got to be counted as
a receiver
spot.
So I did put on Twitter like 3-4 days ago where I said, you know what, Miles Price, I do believe like if a wide receiver was to go down, he would be like the next to step up. Like I think he would even be above Ty Felton. Ty Felton's name is actually picking up some steam though. So
barbecue.
So I don't know.
So you and Nick, I'm just curious. Y'all think Miles Price is going to get some reps over Jennings, Ty Felton, and maybe even Dylan, the receiver,
Dylan Bell? No, not over the one. I'm saying injury happened. Yeah,
I think Miles Price is gonna be hard to take that kicking job from.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you said Claiborne's gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that.
So punt return. So
punt return. Okay.
Yeah. So one of them's only gonna do one. And if Ty Felton also, you have to think if Ty Felton is gonna have a bigger receiver role, then his spot on the kickoff return is also available because you need two people back there. Yeah. So I could see Miles Price and Claiborne being the two back there for kickoff returns.
Yeah, I can buy that. To answer your question, Papa Gary, yes, I do think we're going to break that record. And it's not, and I'll even go as far as saying we're going to break it just based off of the moves we made in the front office. When you talk about Frank coming from Miami and what his philosophy was with Devon A.
The whole zone, the whole zone blocking scheme.
I think
now,
he's
guys.
going. Yes, I think he's going to actually be. If there's somebody that can persuade Kevin O'Connell to be a little bit more effective with the run game and really value the run game, I think he's the guy that can do it, just because he has evidence behind him that can show, like he can show Kevin O'Connell. They can sit in a room and he can show him like that. This is why this is important. Look what we did here and there. And I think Kevin O'Connell will buy into that. I think whoever we had before him, whether it was Wes Phillips or whoever else that may have been trying to talk offense with him, he just didn't respect them enough to change it up and commit to the run. I think
He
Frank can
abandons it
change
though.
his
It's
mind.
not that he doesn't commit to it; is that he starts off with it, and then when you need to run the ball, he's passing the ball, and then when you need
And
to,
that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem, man. That's bad coaching in my opinion.
I think Nolan Peasley is going
Now,
for it
guys,
too.
hang on a second. Is it bad coaching or you don't have
Shout out,
confidence in your running game?
shout out Carl in the building, man. Hey, guy,
hey,
Carl. Let's
so
go. Appreciate you, Carl.
so I
Let's go,
would say,
Carl.
Oh, hold up, man. Hold on real quick, Nick. We got Barber
hey,
Faja up in the crib,
Oh,
man.
what's
What's
the
going on,
deal?
my
Wait, we got
guy?
Barber in here?
I ain't never
Barber in
seen
the
him
Fade you up?
before.
chair,
Hey,
man.
dude.
Let's go.
Dude, I need a good fading up. Look at this shit.
shit,
Yeah,
me
man.
too.
You gotta get you right.
We got Virginia gang in here crazy.
I know, man. It's like the VA Vikings in this motherfucker,
I
man.
can get
What's going
everybody on
on,
this
man?
motherfucker. I ain't never seen before.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't never seen Barber neither?
Me
Yeah.
neither.
Well,
It's my
Barber.
first
I don't
time.
think Barber's ever tapped. You might have tapped in one time, Barber, right? You might have tapped
Yeah,
in.
one time before, yeah.
You got to come to SKOL Fest, though. That's the problem.
You
Yeah,
right,
I mean, that's the
I'll be there
problem. You got to
listening.
tap in with the gang for real.
You right.
And you
You
would have
right.
known.
I'm
You
not
know what
all
I'm
the way
saying?
tapped in yet, man.
Yeah, facts. Where you? Hey, Barber, man, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling real
Yeah,
good.
that's what's up. You at the crib? You with the family?
No, I'm actually down in my the lobby area where I stay at. I just left the gym.
Barber pole emoji. Barber pole emoji. Barber pole emoji. Barber pole emoji.
Barber, man,
Barber
talk
pole
to us. I know
emoji.
you in the
Barber
chat,
pole emoji.
and you
Barber
know
pole
you be
emoji.
expressing yourself
Barber
there.
pole emoji.
Damn.
Barber pole emoji.
Damn, my boy Mark Phil went crazy on the Barber emojis just now. But talk to us about the quarterback position real quick. We kind of moved off of it, but I want to hear your take on it, man. Where you at with the Vikings quarterback situation?
Well, right now, man, I feel like we're in a good spot with both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm with whoever gonna win us the games. But
Yeah.
looking at JJ, I haven't given up on him. I still want him to thrive and be our quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
But once he get out there and prove that he can play and won't get hurt, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in.
Yeah.
You know, but I know last year we had a bad O-line. Then KOC didn't help him out with some of his play calling didn't help out, you know what I'm saying? But then when you get to Kyler, you got a little bit of experience with him. But his thing is he got to learn the playbook.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and I was listening earlier about what they were saying about him throwing all the interceptions in practice. And I went back. That's the same thing I said. I said, well, Sam Darnold did the same thing too.
Yeah.
But, you know, the only difference is between Sam and K1 is height.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, is that height gonna hurt him when he's trying to throw them deep balls, you know, downfield? And he's real elusive,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you know, he throw them balls up there and one wrong move, man, boom.
Yeah. I'll tell you another thing too, Nick. I want to give you a shout out for sharing that in the Discord earlier. And I went and watched that episode, bro, with Purple Daily. Hold on real quick. Kinetic.
Someone need to slide Barber's number 2 Dylan Bell. Hashtag SKOL.
Hey, shout out Kinetic, man. Appreciate you with that, bro, for sure. But I wanna talk about real quick that episode you shared, Nick. That episode was actually very important when it comes to you being comfortable with Kyler Murray being the quarterback if you are on that side of the train, right? Like me right now. This is the deal. They talked about his stats, and that's what I love about Purple Daily and Phil Mackey and them, bro. Regardless of how y'all may feel, because you got some people who don't really like them, bro. They pull shit out of the hat. Like they pull stats up that'll make you think, bro. Like if you're a Vikings fan, you'll be hype about a player, and they'll be like, "Well, Phil's great at this. Well, you know, the last 20 games, he's ranked this and this and that," and you're like, "Oh shit, I didn't think about it like that." I say that to say that one you shared, Nick, talking about Kyler Murray throwing in the middle of the field with the ball traveling 10 yards or more, bro, he's like towards the bottom. I think it was ranked like 45th or something like that.
41st.
So you hear things like that and you're like, damn, what could be the reason? You try to go back to, well, he didn't have the right receivers and you didn't have the offense or whatever, but it's still concerning. You still hear that stuff like that and you're like, well, damn, bro, like, is it because of his height? Is it because he can't see? I don't know, man. This shit crazy. What you about to say, Zoe?
I just got one question though, because I'm confused. I thought Kevin O'Connell said he was going to alter his playbook. What happened to that?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I feel like every year the teams kind of do some type of alteration to their playbook and add little shit to it and take things away, you know? So what do you mean by that though, Zoe? Like when you say alter, what are you looking for?
I thought he was going to alter, like, you know, Kevin O'Connell offense, is the lawn developing routes. And I see Kyler Murray is probably having trouble learning that playbook, as other quarterback like D Wood said. But I thought last year he said he's gonna alter the playbook. But I don't see him altering the playbook. This is like the same playbook he's been rolling out the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So I wanna add on to this because I'm offended, Rap, that you're shocked because Kinetic and I have been preaching these stats. I've brought this up in the Discord before where I'm talking about it. And what's concerning me is the traits that worried me about Kyler. Why I was concerned about Kyler. Because when I watched the film, there's a couple bombs here and there, but a lot of it's he turns and he just shoots it real quick. That's not our offense. And the stuff that in training camp that's happening right now with the interceptions and everything like that, that's what KOC wants to run. And it's not what Kyler does. And I brought it up, and it's frustrating Kyler. You can see, the first practice, we got this chill, excited Kyler Murray. And then, a week later, it's a whole different personality. He's talking about, I'm not worried about the competition. I'm sorry. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And it's very visible. And adding on to what Zoe was saying, KOC is a gambler, and that's all his offense is. Because when it comes down to it, if it hits, we're all saying he's a genius. The problem is the last couple of years hasn't been hitting, and we're inches off, and it's losing games. It's becoming a problem. I've said it. He abandons the run. Brev brought up great statistics in the chat a while ago about how good we are at running the ball. I think at one point he was talking about we were at like 6.5 yards a carry. Like it's unheard of, right? But the problem is when he needs to do it, he's throwing the ball 40 yards on 3rd and 1, and McCarthy's getting an interception. It's very concerning. I hope he changes, man, because we can't keep doing this. We can't.
Yeah, I do think I don't know if anybody can say that Kevin O'Connell isn't gonna change the playbook. Like nobody knows that for certain. What's not going to change is his philosophy. The philosophy is not going to change. No coach is going to change their philosophy like 180.
That's concerning.
I think the playbook does get tweaked. Absolutely. Like the plays from first half of the season, McCarthy in there, as opposed to the last 5 games of the year. If you just like go back and watch the tape, the plays look very much different. So it's a lot harder to implement a complete playbook change during the season. Like that's not really going to happen during the season. That's why Alec Lewis reported they had to water it down just so like McCarthy wasn't completely thrown out there to just fail. But so O'Connell's not going to change the play. No coach is really going to do that. A good coach is going to alter the playbook, and the philosophy is going to stay the same at the heart.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Papa Gary? Where you at with that?
I think Norse is full of shit himself. That's what I think.
He making me gotta go.
I mean, what else do you want me to say? No, I actually 100% agree with what he's saying there. I do. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot to add to that.
Yeah.
With the exception of, I will say this. I think that KOC is smart enough, even though he's stubborn.
Yeah.
Smart enough to look around at his peers and how they're winning the games, and it's defense and it's the running game. It's sustained, systematic offense. Guys, it's become an old school tough guy football again, with rules changing things a little bit. How do you adapt to it? And I think that, and I know Zoe is not going to agree with me, I think that he is smart enough in which to put his ego aside and say, hey, you know what? My job's on the fucking line here, boys.
Yeah.
I got to do what I got to do to win games.
Yeah.
You know me, Papa Gary. You know me.
And what you saying that, Gary, that's what I believe he's going to do. He's going to adjust it just a little bit to make Kyler look good, because I really deep down feel he don't really care for JJ. And his ego is going to be like, see, this is why I brought Kyler in here, because I knew he's a veteran. I know he's going to do what he got to do, and then JJ get out there, have one little mistake, and so, and he going to be on his back.
Yeah, so do we feel like that? Are we all in agreement with that too? I know, Nick, you'll probably be a little on the outside of this, possibly. We'll see. But do we all feel like the relationship between JJ and Kevin O'Connell isn't as strong as we were sold? Because like I feel like we were sold that there was this strong bond at the beginning, but I feel like there's been a lot of things, not just what's happening recently, but I'm talking about even from the very beginning of the process once he became a Minnesota Viking. I feel like there's a couple things we can point at and say, I don't know if these two dudes really rock with each other like they saying they do, bro.
Koch
Hold
don't
on.
like JJ
Before
Lowe.
everyone answers, can I say this?
Yeah, because you're the outsider on this, I'm sure. Well,
This is what I'm saying. So, with this being said, I feel like if they are boys, and this is just coming at me personally, right? If I'm not doing what I need to do as a person, right, you should be able to be criticized, right? And what's his criticisms? He hasn't been healthy, right? So if they truly do have a relationship, he should be able to go to McCarthy. He'd be like, "Hey, brother, like, dude, I love you to death, dude. I think you're a great kid, but at the end of the day, I can't have you available for 10 games. I can't.
Yeah.
I need someone there for 17." So I think two things can be true. I think KOC can be a little bit upset with McCarthy because it is like a dude, and I will say it's all freak injuries, and that's what sucks. That's the game of football, right? But we're never going to have an opportunity where we're going to have JJ McCarthy and Kyler Murray on the same team for like 7 million total. So it's a very unique situation. However, I truly believe even if he thinks McCarthy's the guy, you can't look at him and be like, "Look, dude, I love you, man. I think you're the guy. I think you can be the guy, but you can't blame me right now for wanting to go get Kyler Murray because if you're not available, I don't want to stick Carson Wentz out there. I want to have something else there." So I think if you're a good competitor, and I'm a competitive person, right? And there are people that are better than me, but with that, I'm going to try to outwork you. That's just how you got to get better. And you as a person could take it one way or the other. Because McCarthy could be handling this a whole different way to where he's just like, "Oh, you know what? I'm not going to work for you guys. I'm not going to come to work every day and give you guys my everything and make this a competition and force his way out of there." That's the easy way to do it. The hardest part that's going to make you as a character is to stick through this and try to beat Kyler Murray. So I look at it only that way. Is I don't want McCarthy to be like, "Oh, you know, you're not giving me the job." Like, hey man, like, dude, there's not a situation where these two quarterbacks can't be there. If you want to be that guy, go and show me you're that guy. If not, this guy wants to be that guy. And that's just football at the end of the day. Because I want the best player out there. I know I'm a McCarthy fan, got his jersey on, but if the best quarterback is Kyler Murray, I want Kyler Murray out there. So I don't want it to be handed to him, and he shouldn't feel that type of way. But as a player, he shouldn't be upset that KOC's taking this direction when you haven't been there for 2.5 years.
Yeah. Hey, well, I feel you on that. Let's go around the horn with this, man. Brevy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's maybe a little bit of resentment from McCarthy's end about it, but there should be. Like, the McCarthy's supposed to be the guy going forward. Now this cat off the street is coming in gunning for my job. For Kevin O'Connell, I'm sure there's some resentment of like, "Hey kid, you can't stay healthy and you kind of sucked when you played. Sorry." So I
you had to throw that in there.
Yeah,
bro.
I completely agree with Nick that like my motto is two things can be true at the same time. Do I think McCarthy and O'Connell like hate each other behind the scenes and like they're just like super beefing? Like, no, not really. Kevin, I almost said Kevin McCarthy. Whoa, Kevin O'Connell. He like no matter what we know that he wanted Drake May, but he did also sign off on JJ McCarthy. There was at least a part of Kevin O'Connell that wanted JJ McCarthy. Like I've heard things that a lot of the coaching staff, they're just not that big on JJ McCarthy, and Kevin O'Connell wanted Kyler Murray to come in here. Like, yeah, the Vikings all off season long said, "Hey, we want to have the most competitive quarterback room." Oh shit, Kyler Murray is available for free. So like, I don't think Kevin O'Connell is snaking anybody. I think JJ McCarthy, for as much of a bitch as he can sound like, and like Kyler too, not to just dunk on McCarthy, but Kyler sounded that way too. JJ McCarthy should be mad, and I'm glad he's kind of taking it with the chip on his shoulder that like, hey, this is supposed to be my team.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna whine and complain about it, but I am gonna show you like I am business. I'm not just gonna roll over. I never thought McCarthy was just gonna roll over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's some super beef. I think Nick was pretty spot on with it.
Yeah, where you at, Zoe?
I for sure, I know it's beef. I know it's beef. Because let's be honest, JJ McCarthy, it coming from a great head coach in Harbaugh. He gets to Minnesota. He get Kevin O'Connell. We all can agree. The first half of the season, the play calling was a big ass question mark. Like, why are you running these plays with this quarterback?
Yeah.
Then towards the end of the season, he do what he should have did in week 1. So JJ McCarthy is now barking back at Kevin O'Connell like no other quarterback had done because JJ McCarthy see the bullshit in the room.
Yeah.
Like, why you got me running these plays, bro? I just got to the NFL. He coming from Harbaugh, who is a real quarterback whisperer, a real head coach who did something in the NFL. Now he gets to Kevin O'Connell, who we all on here talking about his play calling, and we in year 4.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
How has McCarthy barked back at Kevin O'Connell? He literally just 2 days ago went up there and said, "This scheme is really, really good. This is where I want to be." I don't think he's.
Cause I would say when KLC told him don't do the gritty, and he did it anyway. Then JJ been slaying other sleek shit too.
Yeah. It's almost like it's hard to gauge if it's like a friendly thing or if it's like a sarcastic. Like, you know, they've had a couple little situations where it's like
Kevin O'Connell just seems like so passive aggressive about everything that he says.
That's the word I was looking for. Passive aggressive. It seems like there's been a couple situations where they've both being kind of.
Todd has been asking all night long what's on my hat. I don't know, dude. It's just the fucking
because it looks like because it almost looks like a Harley Davidson. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know what brand this is.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where you at? Skin cancer.
Where you What'd you say?
I said it looks like he's afraid of skin cancer.
Oh yeah, maybe.
He got the hat on.
Pretty bright.
Where you at with it, Barber? You think the relationship between Kevin O'Connell and JJ McCarthy is broken or what?
Yeah, I think
I think you mentioned that. I think you mentioned that earlier, but touch on it one more time for me.
I think his safety net walked out the door when Quasi left.
Yeah. You talking about JJ's safety net?
Because I know that was Quasi really wanted him more than probably KOC. And then when he left out of there, it's just like, okay, now it's my ship, you know. So KOC anyway, you know. So I think once he left out the door, that's when KOC started showing his truth, how he really felt about him, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Where you at with it, Gary?
Well, I'm about to get from the movie. I'm about to get controversial.
Yeah.
So here's my take with it. You know, everybody talks about, KOC being the player's coach. It's all nice. It's all nice. He's too nice. He's too nice. He's too nice. What's everybody bitching about? He's finally looking at this young man say, you need to fucking grow up. You need to mature. Here's the shit that you need to do. Guess what? We're having competition. I need to see the fire in you to see if it exists. And if not, I'm going to piss on your fire and put your flame out, and I'm moving on to somebody else. That's what I think's really going on. And I applaud KOC for doing it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've had that thought too, because I can agree to a point where like Kevin O'Connell, he seems kind of soft, like yes, but like what about the way he's handling the quarterback competition screams soft?
Yeah.
Like it's every man for himself. He's being very adamant about what the goal is here. Like I think this whole thing, and I agree with the thought that like you got 2 quarterbacks, you got none. I pretty much agree with that philosophy. But I don't think, at least for this little tidbit, you can call Kevin O'Connell soft for it. And there's other things that I know Kevin O'Connell isn't soft for that I can't really delve into on here. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with Papa Gary 100%.
I want to touch on something Zoe said with the coaching, because I talked about this too the other night. I mentioned this where I said, JJ McCarthy coming from a Harbaugh in Michigan, you when you talk about a respect level where he looks at Harbaugh as more than just a football coach, respects him like just as a real mentor, a father figure type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how JJ and Harbaugh were. And then he comes to Minnesota Vikings, and he's now Kevin O'Connell's his coach, to where Kevin O'Connell's more on the younger side. Like Kevin O'Connell more wants to fit in with the bros. You know what I mean? He wants to fit in with the be young, to where Harbaugh was more of that father figure type of coach. It probably was an adjustment for JJ to really find that respect for Kevin O'Connell. That's kind of where that's where I'm at with it, bro. Like,
Remember what happened?
you.
Remember what happened before the draft?
Something to that though.
Go ahead, Nick.
Harbaugh made McCarthy earn it. So this isn't anything new.
Yeah. No, he did.
Harbaugh didn't give McCarthy the job. You know what I mean? They went into the season, and both of those quarterbacks got some play.
Yeah.
So McCarthy's not the type of person to be handed stuff through Harbaugh. You know what I mean? Harbaugh told him, "Hey man, hey, love you, kid. Go earn it.
You got to you got to earn it."
A certain amount of games he did, and Michigan didn't turn back.
Hey, but that's what I said in my video today too, though, that I did. I said, hey, look here, man, McCarthy's used to these type of situations. Yeah. That's why, he's not going to back down, bro. He's not going to, he definitely going to run from this shit.
And what did McCarthy do during the combine in one of his first meetings with Kevin O'Connell before he was ever a Minnesota Viking? He went up to Kevin O'Connell completely unprompted and went, hey, I just want you to know that I would run through a fucking brick wall for you. Yeah, and maybe he would have said that. I don't know. Maybe he said that to every coach.
I don't think he did.
But I think that would have come out if he did.
That's before he really met Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
But let's be real though, y'all. I don't like this. Like, we all putting everything on JJ McCarthy. When the panel gonna say Kevin O'Connell?
We know, Zoe. Hey, we already know the vibe, y'all. Zoe, like, man, it ain't nobody's fault but the head coach, man. Get rid of this motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just listening. Like, wow.
I'm with you though, bro. I'm with you. We're like let's go around the horn on that, man. Because this is a topic we haven't talked about yet, right? And we've been going on for 2 hours and 11 minutes. If y'all fellas good, we can go for another 20, 30 minutes. Y'all good? Everybody good on here for another 20, 30? Bobby, if you got to tap out, brother. If you got to tap out, Bobby, it's cool.
Anyone else want to hop on?
Yeah, I'm gonna tap out so somebody else can get in.
All right, SKOL, bro. Hey, appreciate you, Bobby, man. Good seeing you, my brother. Tell the wife what's up.
Love you, Barbara.
Why do so many fans want the
Rap, you want me to leave as well too, so you can bring other people in?
You good. If there's somebody else that wants to tap here, I'll drop the link one more time. If there's one person that wants to tap in, I thought it let me have like 8 people on, bro. I gotta go look at those things. Only 6 is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I tried getting it before, and it said that you would exceeded your
limit. It said it's full. Really?
Yeah, I thought you had outspent your credit card.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, those shits are long gone, bro. Like, I'm part of the statistic. You know what I mean?
Nick hitting right there.
Let's see. All right, boom. There we go.
Nick, what were you hitting right there?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's my boy. Puff, pass.
Yeah, that's all real shit.
Let's see. So, where was I? Let's talk about what was I talking about before I hit that just now? Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, let's touch on Kevin O'Connell, right?
Yeah.
We got like 30 more minutes here that I'll ride for. And I want to talk about Kevin O'Connell. We talk about how should he be on the hot seat? Is he good? Is he cleared? Because he's the golden child to the Wolves, in my opinion. But should he be on the hot seat or not? Like, let's touch on that. Because Zoe want my boy out of the building, and you have a lot of fans. I think we're kind of split. It's almost like the quarterback situation. Like, you have a lot of fans that are saying, hey, Kevin O'Connell, why would you want to fire him? He wins a lot of football. But then you have the other half that says, yeah, he wins football, but he doesn't win the right football. All right. And then you have all these quarterback things, all this quarterback shit going on. And is he really the whisperer? He can't call offensive plays. Let's go around the horn. We'll start with you, Zoe, because this is your topic right here, man. Why do you want Kevin O'Connell out the building so bad? And also, as we talk about this, Zoe, let's also try to put at least a replacement plan out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least go like a name or something.
I love you said that, because I got a head coach in mind. But for Kevin O'Connell, though, bro, like, he was brought here to identify us a young quarterback and to develop that young quarterback.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't know what's going on. JJ, I'm a JJ fan. It's been a train wreck. But regardless of the quarterback, it's been quarterbacks, all type of quarterbacks. We can't win the big games. He like 0-3 in the playoffs, because I count that Lions game as the playoff game.
Yeah.
The offense scored 9 points
give
against a backup defense. Then they go to the Rams and put up 9 points again. So you couldn't win with Kirk Cousins, who many people say he excelled in KOC offense. Then you go to Sam Darnold. They say the same thing. But with both of them quarterbacks, we got nothing in the playoffs. We got no win. Then you go to Jared Hall was a train wreck. Max Broder was a train wreck. J.J. McCarthy, he's still a work in progress. But all the young quarterbacks look bad under KOC. Then we talk about the play calling. Oh, he's gonna run the ball more. Bro, we in year 5, and we talking about he gonna run the ball more and do better play calling. When the Vikings fans is gonna be ready to turn the page off an average coach because, if we lose him, then we ain't doing nothing with him. And the replacement I got for KOC is the defense coordinator at the Seattle Seahawks. He interviewed for the Cleveland Browns and Atlanta Falcons head coaching job. He from overseas, but a lot of people love him in the football world.
Yeah.
So I could see Teasley bringing his people over here to replace Kevin O'Connor because it's like bro, like I don't know, man. It's
so,
like
yeah. So my only pushback on that, Zoe, would be bringing in a defensive minded head coach when you already have Brian Flores.
No, he gone.
Would be
What?
you Brian Flores would be gone?
He gone.
No, he'll be the next head coach if KOC's gone.
My boy trying to clean the crib.
And listen, Rap, and for the OC, the offense coordinator will be the OC that's at the Raiders that left Seattle, who is with Clint right now at the Raiders. Because at the Raiders, he don't call plays. He just an OC. But he been with Minnesota before. His name is like Juckins. He was here for about 4 or 5 years. So he would be the OC for the Minnesota Vikings. He would be able to call plays so he can make that lateral move because he don't call plays right now.
Okay.
Like, come on, man.
My boy got at least he got a plan. Hey, shit, Zoe got a whole plan, boy.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Brav.
I've
Here
heard
comes
Zoe go
Let's
on
go,
and
Bev.
on and on about how Kevin O'Connell didn't call plays on the Rams, so why did he become head coach? But now you want to give a Raiders guy that doesn't call plays, you want to give him a play calling job?
He came from Seattle though,
but he's never called plays.
That's cool though.
But it's not cool. All right.
It's cool because he's not the head coach. He's just the OC.
I think you see what I'm saying.
No. But B, what I'm trying to say is because one person never called plays who was ass, don't mean it's gonna be like that for the next person. And plus, if Teasley feel comfortable with him calling the plays, I'm gonna roll with my GM because I have more faith in him than Kevin O'Connell. I'm pretty sure Teasley know what he's doing when he hiring coaches. So
we're gonna see.
I trust Teasley.
I trust him, but the jury's still out though. He could be the worst GM we've ever had too, though.
You say what?
Nick? It's kind of up there.
Nick, you said Teasley picked KOC.
Never know.
No, KOC picked Teasley.
Yeah, because he did hire him. Yeah.
So that don't mean nothing.
You're over here waving at Sam Darnold like Teasley.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, Zoe. So Nick, we'll just go down the line. Nick, why do you want KOC to be fired? You think he should be on the hot seat, or where you at with that?
So this is actually probably going to surprise people because I'm a big KOC hater. I do actually believe, and it's gonna be tough for me to say, but with McCarthy missing some throws last year, how can we blame KOC for that? Or if Jordan Addison drops a pass, or if Jefferson drops a pass, how can we continue to blame KOC? However, this is like my wit's end because I will say there's a lot of problems with this play calling. I don't like when he abandons stuff. I don't think he adjusts on the fly. I think he sticks to his ways. So by no means am I saying KOC is that dude. He needs to change. Bottom line. But I will give him the BOD because even as a McCarthy stand, McCarthy was missing throws, whether it's the broken hand or just being a rookie. You know what I mean? He missed those throws. Or these players dropped it, or this player missed this assignment. So it's the whole team as a whole. And that's what what's been bothering me about the McCarthy blame is no one's blaming the whole thing. And this is not saying that KOC doesn't need to change either, because I put more blame on KOC than I do McCarthy, and I've said that from the start. But if this year he doesn't change anything, then we need to move on, because he's not going to change. And what he actually needs to do to win a Super Bowl is not going to work. He needs to change.
Yeah. Where you at, Brev?
Yeah, I of all the shows I go on, I seem to be a bit more of a cock apologist, pause, if you will. But
You say a cock apologist.
yeah, I mean, if you just look
I
at
think
it,
he
like,
said that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's his tall, handsome head
my
coach.
tall, handsome
He
head
loves
coach.
KOC.
Look, I just like to use my eyes and my ears when I watch football, and I see that with O'Connell, he absolutely needs to change. he needs to change a lot of things. I agree with Nick and Zoe completely. The running game. Look, I could go, like I've said a million times, be like, well, if we didn't have awful quarterback play for whatever reason last year, and we could stay
But
on
it's not
script,
just quarterback play.
yeah, we could have run the ball a little bit more and gotten on script. But I look at O'Connell in the 2 years now, Zoe. I know the playoff success isn't there, so I'll just get that out of the way. I got that. I'm on board with you. With Kevin O'Connell in his 2 years that he's had his starting quarterback play all 17 games, he wins at least 13 games. He's like 35-17 with the starter. Playoff success isn't there. 2 of the years he's been there, he's played at least 3 quarterbacks. Yes, we brought him here to develop a quarterback. He's only had 1 real shot. I'm not gonna use Max Brosmer and Jaron Hall against them. I'll use the process they used to acquire them against him, and what a collaborative effort they used to do that. But I'm not gonna hold the play of Brosmer and Hall that much against KOC. So to me, Kevin O'Connell's had 1 real shot at developing a quarterback, and it's a kid that unfortunately just can't stay healthy, and maybe something's there. We don't know yet. Evidence might point one way, but again, it's early, so you just want him to play more. And guess who else drafted a quarterback in the top 10 and they sucked and they traded him after year 2? Kyle Shanahan. And he's a pretty good freaking head coach. Now, Shanahan made a Super Bowl in that window, so I'm not gonna leave that out, although I could to make my argument sound better. But I completely understand why you would want to get rid of Kevin O'Connell, especially after this year, if that playoff success just isn't there again. But I can't help that kinetic. I don't know. My camera's up there. Here's my pretty face. Sorry. I can't help but remember 6 or 7 years ago, no pun intended, when Mike Zimmer was here, we were like, oh my God. Okay, maybe it was more like 5-6 years ago. We were like, oh my God, can we please get a modern head coach that's with the times and throwing the ball? I'm so tired of this old style freaking offense. Like, can we get into the 2020s now, the late 2010s? And that's what Kevin O'Connell brought you. Does it work all the time? No. I have concerns that he might not change some of the stuff he wants to do, but he has a philosophy. I'm not going to be shocked if he sticks to that philosophy, and coaches are going to stick to that. I wouldn't be mad if they can him after this year, but I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if Norris, can you hear us?
No.
I'll step out then. Deuces, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
All right, Nick, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Love you, Nick.
I don't know if Norris is like, he don't have any service.
Well, while he's trying to get in, do I get my turn?
Yeah. Go ahead. It's on you, Gary. Where
All
we
right.
at with it?
Papa Gary. All right. So, hey, Zoe, you know I love you. You know I love you guys. I'm going to take a slightly different twist to this, all right? I think that what's really going on is KOC is like Vietnam with one arm tied behind their back. I think the Wilfs are making him do what they want. And here's what I mean by that, guys. And you may disagree, and I'm totally fine with that, because God knows I'm probably the dumbest son of a bitch on the face of the earth. I think that a lot of things that the Wilfs want are dictating what happens with this team. And I think if they would just, either come into the facility and stay here all the time, or just back away and let the people that you bring in and do what you hired them to flip and do could absolutely change things. We always have to be in contention for the playoffs. Well, hey, listen, guys, I never would have made it to be a sniper in the Army if I kept shooting at fucking 50 yards, all right? Sometimes you got to reach out and go for shit. Sometimes you got to blow the platoon up and change it up so you get good people in the foxhole. I'm just saying, I ain't saying that I want new ownership. I'm just saying maybe ownership should just
Hash, purple heart emoji, skull rap hash,
and let the people do the
purple heart
thing.
emoji, fuck cancer hash, purple heart emoji, go Pops.
So I got a question for B real quick.
Shout out Shaq, man. Appreciate you with that, bro. That's love, man.
What's that?
Was that a bad thing to say?
No.
What that mean?
No, that was good. He was saying F cancer. He was saying F cancer and go Pops, talking about top.
But B, I got a question for you, B.
What's up?
When I made a comment about the rookie quarterbacks, you said something about Jared Hall was a late round draft pick. Who expected anything for Jared Hall, right?
Yeah.
Right. But we see Kyle Shanahan draft a quarterback in the last pick of the NFL draft, and now he is the franchise quarterback. So I'm looking at Kevin O'Connell with 3 rookie quarterbacks. None of the rookie quarterbacks hit yet. So why can't Kevin O'Connell hit on the rookie quarterback like Kyle Shanahan?
Let me preface that with saying I think Kyle Shanahan is a better head coach than Kevin O'Connell, and I'm not going to debate that whatsoever.
See, I don't like you took that route. I don't like it.
Yeah.
See,
He took that route.
Well,
okay.
Let me take you down another route then. I would say that it's Kevin or Kyle Shanahan absolutely deserves credit for that, but I think that's also an extreme outlier, and it was extremely lucky that Brock Purdy worked out the way he did, because I don't think we can name many other 7th round quarterbacks that panned out that way.
Okay, I got another one for you then. We seen another coach, Sean McVay, with a young quarterback in Jared Goff, and reached the Super Bowl. What did Sean McVay do with Jared Goff with Todd Gurley? He ran the football and run play after pass. We see KOC with a rookie quarterback. What do KOC do? Throw the football. Don't create a run game. Don't barely do play after pass. He not even think about creating a run game. So
He hadn't created the run game yet.
Huh?
He had not created the run game properly yet.
But what I'm saying is, in week 1, why you did not develop a run game to run with your rookie quarterback you know is young in the NFL? Why you throw the ball all over the field with a young quarterback?
Because he a former quarterback.
I get that, Zoe, but let me ask you this, all right? If you're known to cook fried rice and you can't cook a steak, all right? You keep just cooking it well. Are you going to sometimes change your way up in which to learn and be able to do it, or are you just going to keep doing it your own way?
No, I feel, Gary, I feel what you're saying, Gary, but all I'm saying is you play with the cards you are dealt. You are dealt a young quarterback. So you alter your playbook and you develop that quarterback to the quarterback you want him to be. In week 1, you don't go to the NFL game and don't create. If the run game not working, that's cool. Still run the football. But you can't have your quarterback dropping back, throwing the football all over the field like he's a baby Dan Marino.
Yeah.
That's the difference. See, that's the difference in head coaches. Our head coach is just really just an average head coach that got lucky with B-Flow. If he had Brian Flores, this team would be trash.
Yeah. What did Sean McVay do with Jared Goff? What did he do with the cards that he was dealt? He traded him away.
I'll tell you what they did. They marinated them and trained them before they put them on the grill.
So I want to say that that's great, Brev. I know where you about to go with this, right? Because this will be the topic that we can end with, and then we're gonna go do a raid somewhere, right? There was a story an article I read today, and I think it may have came. Well, no, not an article. It was a podcast. They were talking about obviously our quarterback situation, and they said, "Is it possible that they're throwing out these signals that JJ McCarthy's looking good? They're splitting 50-50 because they want to make sure his trade value stays high, so that they can off him pretty much, like before the season starts, or maybe just shortly after the season before the trade window closes, you could still have value there. Because if you come out and you just don't give him reps and you just let him sit, teams aren't good. They're going to be like, well, shit, you don't want him, so we ain't gonna give you nothing for him. I keep hearing about this. Hey, the Vikings may be doing this the way they're doing it because they want to try to make sure his value is as high as possible, so that when they shop him and send him off. Do we all agree with that? Where are you guys at with that? Go ahead, Brev. You start that.
I think there's definitely merit to it. But like if I had to bet my life savings, which isn't much, on the Vikings trading JJ McCarthy this offseason, I don't think they would. The people like to say he doesn't have any trade value. I guess just like the super nitpicker in me would say that that's not true. Everybody has trade value. It's just not high trade value. I've said a million times, the Niners traded Trey Lance away after he'd only played in 4 games after his second year for a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the Vikings want to sell that low right now on McCarthy. I've said I think time can kind of repair that trade value, and think of what that trade value does. Because I think one thing that we all agree on is both of these quarterbacks are going to play this year. Whoever starts, they're going down. Unfortunately, that's just that's evidence. That's history. What better way to build that trade value? Like gamble, like, oh no, our 4th round pick, we lost it. Now it's a 5th round pick. Like gamble that trade value on if McCarthy plays this year, he shows something. And if you still think for whatever reason, even if he does, you still go with Kyler, now you've raised McCarthy's trade value. I think the more likely one to be traded, and I don't know what it'd be in terms of the contract language, would be Kyler Murray. Because if we get to training camp, and I know this is a very low chance, if we get to camp and we get to joint practices and we get to preseason and even early season, and JJ McCarthy is just mopping the floor with Kyler Murray in terms of play, Kyler Murray, if you're going to get anything for him, if he's just going to leave anyway, you have to do it before the trade deadline. You can't tag and trade him. So if you're getting anything out of Kyler Murray, which you're probably not going to, it's not the
Does he have a no trade clause in his contract, or was it just the franchise?
No franchise.
Yeah, you
it's
can't
no
tag.
franchise.
So
there's no trade. It's all no franchise.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can shop him if you need be.
Yeah, if it came to that's a very, very small percentage.
Yeah, small chance, but yeah. Yeah, no, I like. Okay, all right, I like that. Where you at with that, Papa Gay? Do you think that there's something to it where we could be getting told these things just to make sure, like and when I say these things, I'm more talking about because the way they put it, and I wish I remember who said it, man. I watched so much Vikings content today.
I think it was Judd and Phil.
Maybe it was them. Yeah, maybe you're right. Where it's like, let's keep it 50-50 as long as we possibly can, because with that, it holds the value. You're holding value because it's showing like, hey, he's working. Like he's out here with throwing to Justin Jefferson, throwing to Jordan Addison, throwing to TJ Hawkinson, everybody. Like he's working. So we do kind of want to move off of him because we are going to go in the direction of Kyler Murray. Now, can we get a premium draft pick for JJ rather than if he was to just be not getting any reps? The value kind of drops drastically there. Where are you at with that?
Well, first and foremost, how the hell an organization, I don't care if it's the Vikings or even the Jets or even the Browns, I'm going to give up on some guy after 10 damn games.
Yeah.
I can't totally give up. Well, now, with that said, however, you bring in a high-quality quarterback that, guess what? Got cut from a team. Why did he get cut from a team, gentlemen?
Was performance.
Yeah.
Performance, right?
Yeah.
So it's competition for JJ. I don't know how anybody could sit here and say right now that one is going to win or the other. I know one has more experience. All I'm going to say is look at the mistakes that are okay. Bev's laughing at me right now, and that's cool.
Oh no, I agree with you.
Look at the decisions that our front office has made.
Yeah,
we lost Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to lose Murray? We're going to lose JJ? You want to talk about guys sitting on a fucking hot seat here? There's a reason why Kwesi got exterminated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You cannot give up on either one of these guys. Now, with that said, depending on what Murray does, are we really going to go pay him $60 million next year? Maybe. You know. And quite
He
frankly,
ain't pulling 60 though. You think he'd pull 60? He ain't pulling 60.
He got to act bad.
I feel like he would get a Sam Darnold deal.
I was about to say that. But
I would
like
love that. But look what. Let's say
maybe a little
boys.
bit, maybe a little bit more, just based off of the market goes up every year. So I would say maybe a little bit more, but something similar to that.
So here's the problem I have. The problem I have is everybody, you know, us, at least as Vikings fans, wow, do we want to spend all this money for a quarterback, which we've never really truly had?
I
Or
thought
do
you
we want
said
to
we
spend
never
it for
did.
all or do we want to spend it for everybody around the quarterback?
Right.
Come on, where do we get for spending the money all around the quarterback? Maybe it's time to spend the money on a damn quarterback.
Yeah, no, hey, look, I've always been with let's spend some money on a quarterback if he's the guy, because it's proven around the league that if you have the right type of quarterback, you can win a Super Bowl with him. You know, like and even if you are not winning right away, like for example, a perfect example is Josh Allen, right? Like, are they winning Super Bowls? No, but every year they're in the damn conversation. So it could be at any year they could possibly get over that hill, and a lot of it is on the quarterback's back. You think about if the Bills had Mitchell Trubisky because they felt like the rest of their team is built and they only need Mitchell Trubisky just needs to be able to drive the car, right, and cruise control. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the fuck right. The Bears gonna be the Bills.
Okay, Mark Wolf. Okay,
You know
Mark Wolf.
No, I say that to say, like, you know, the quarterback is important, man. I'm okay with spending money. I wasn't okay with the Kirk Cousins because I didn't feel like he brought, you know, he didn't have that to pay him all that money. Like, I didn't feel like he would put us over the top. It's like you're paying him all that money as if the team can go to shit and he would still put us on his back like a Josh Allen. And no, bro, you don't pay a quarterback like Kirk Cousins that type of bread, in my opinion. And there's no quarterback on, just to be clear, you don't pay Kyler that either, and you don't definitely obviously ain't paying JJ that. But I'm saying I wouldn't mind investing in the quarterback if we finally identify the guy. Like, for example, if let's just say hypothetically, JJ McCarthy came into the league, he was balling out. This is his third season. We would be talking about, hey, bro can reset the market. You know what I mean? If we would have been going to the playoffs and shit, and he looking good. Hey, man, reset the market with him. Give him the bag, bro. But unfortunately, we not there, man. I just don't. But I say that to say, too, Papa Gary, I'm okay with paying Kyler Murray if he gets us to the playoffs and we win a game. I'm okay with paying him like a Sam Darnold deal. Why not? I mean, shit, you need a quarterback that can fucking get your team there and compete, in my opinion, you know? So I think it's important, man, in my opinion. So that's where I'm at with it, bro.
I want to throw one serious question out. Name me 3 quarterbacks that could be in the Vikings this year, no matter how it happened, that could get us to the Super Bowl.
What do you mean, like that were available?
Nope.
A trade.
Let's say that
I can name them.
You can rub the vase and a genie comes out of it.
Oh, give me Patrick Mahomes for sure.
And is he really going to win us the Super Bowl?
Oh, facts. If Patrick Mahomes is a Viking, bro, we're Super Bowl bound. Facts.
My number one.
Give me Lamar Jackson. I'm taking that. Give me Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. Y'all remember when the Joe Burrow talk was out there, but I was on that. I know his injuries are an issue, but shit, we ain't tripping on JJ injuries. Shit, the same people that were complaining about Joe Burrow's injuries ain't got shit to say about JJ injuries, man. Look at, man, give me Joe Burrow, man. I ain't trying to hear that.
All right, so here's my question to you, Rap, then. What are you willing to trade to give up for that quarterback to get a Super Bowl, and how much are you willing to pay him per year to get a Super Bowl?
I mean, I'm paying market value. Whatever the market value is, I mean, shit, I feel like, get the market value. Every other team figures it out, you know what I mean? And they're competitive. So, like, shit, market value. I don't know whatever the price is. I think it's where we at now, market value, 61, 62?
Probably about 55.
Well, Dak got like 60, didn't he?
Dak got 60, and I think Patrick just got 63 this year, if I'm not mistaken. But other
so how many first round picks would you give up for either Burrow or Mahomes?
The bidding starts at 4.
Yeah.
What? First round draft picks?
Yeah, that it starts at
lying to me. Fuck no. Hell no.
I'm not saying
so.
I'm not saying I want to send that. I'm
No,
just saying from the other team's perspective.
No, a lot of draft picks.
Look, I don't want to get into the weeds of how many we would do and all that. Like I think for the Vikings right now, we're in a good situation though. You know, we got a competition. It's interesting. It's entertainment. We're gonna see what happens here. I mean, I still feel the way I feel regardless of what has been happening. I still feel like it's Kyler Murray's football team, and I'm just sorry. That's just how I feel.
Who are the 3 quarterbacks that can bring the Vikings a Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Brav. Yeah,
Kyler Murray, JJ McCarthy, and Carson motherfucking Wentz.
And Max Brosmer.
I like that, B. Ooh.
I had so much love for that son of a bitch before, but he just stole my hat now.
And Max Brosmer.
Hey, B.
Don't forget Max.
Hey, Rap.
Yo.
Hey, I feel like you for real, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I be arguing, like, I be mad. I be arguing with people about the topic. Oh, JJ is a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. Like, I be having to stop myself.
Yeah.
Because I be arguing with people over that damn conversation. Like,
what, saying that JJ's better than Kyler?
No, they're saying JJ can't beat Kyler at this point in his career. I'm not saying JJ is ass, but as of right now, I feel like he is a better quarterback. Like people like
you feel like, hold on, let me just make sure you feel like Kyler is the better quarterback than JJ. No.
I'm mad the Vikings brought him in to compete with JJ McCarthy. They should.
Yo, the thing and the crazy part about that whole thing, Zoe, because me and you have been in the same boat with that, and we get a little bit of flack for it. But like, bro, it's so obvious. I just don't understand why people are mad at when you say shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like
that's the part that really be confused.
It's like, bro, what are we saying wrong? Kyler is a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy, bro. Like is that crazy? Like that shit don't even sound crazy to me, bro. It just sounds like, bro, that's just regular shit. You know what I mean?
It can change, but as of this moment, like it's not close right now.
It's not even close, bro. It wasn't even close as far as them being a prospect coming out of college.
Oh my god,
close.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even close, dog, at all. And then when you look at Kyler Murray's first 6 seasons, bro, come on. By the time JJ has his first, you know what JJ has to do in the next 3 seasons to even sniff what the fuck Kyler has done in his first 6 seasons, bro? Like, he got to damn near be Patrick Mahomes for the next 3 years.
This is where we fuck up. Because we were just really nice to JJ McCarthy for 2.5
I know, now we're about to curb stomp him.
Now fucking Kinetic and Pop Punk are going to see this last 35 seconds.
Because because this is the thing. I want to make this clear. I think all of us on the panel feel the same way, though, because we're Vikings fans. Like, we're rooting for the kid, man. We're just saying he's not better than Kyler Murray, Brad. I'm sorry.
But
he's not.
Not now. Maybe in the future.
Not right now, but he could be. Yeah, he could be. He could be, but not right now.
All right, so here's a question for you guys. Murray plays all 17 games. JJ plays all 17 games. What's our record with each of them?
I don't care who play. I got 13 wins.
Man, well, right. now, but with that Zoe, no, is that despite the coach fucking up all the time?
So if I'm gonna go, so let me answer.
Bev love that. Bev love that.
Let me answer that real quick, Papa Gary. If I'm gonna go based off right now and the evidence I have, if we're starting JJ McCarthy and we play 17 games, I give us like 9 to 10 wins. You know, I feel like 9 to 10 probably is like.
I think that's fair with either one of them, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, with Kyler, I'm more 12 to 13. You know, because I feel like Kyler has actual superstar potential. He's already proven that he can be borderline superstar. You know
what's your definition of superstar, Rap?
Like a superstar. Like he could be in the conversation with the rest of the guys that are being talked about as far as, you know, I'm not saying and let me just make this clear. I'm not saying he's going to be a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson or a Joe Burrow, because those are the kind of names at the top we talk about. I'm just saying he'll be close to that conversation. Like he can be right there, fringe. You know, you're talking about top 8 quarterbacks, Kyler Murray, if he's clicking on all cylinders and gets in that bag that he has, bro, he can be mentioned with those guys in 2026. And I really feel like that. I don't know if JJ McCarthy, if I'm just going off of the 10 games I saw, and then we want to talk about the last, 5 games where they're like, okay, we won, but JJ threw for like 110 yards and shit like that. It's like, with a little dinking and dunking, it's like, come on, man. I don't know if I could say, with him, we can win a ton of games and be a dangerous team. Bro, we don't know enough. We don't know enough, man. That's the reality. We just don't know enough about JJ, bro.
Hey, Rap, you know what's crazy, though? If you look at the injury history, Kyler Murray missed 30 games. JJ McCarthy missed 25.
Already.
Yeah.
Already.
McCarthy's played what, Murray's played 5 or 6 more years.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals went 5-25 in those 30 games without Kyler Murray. The Vikings without JJ McCarthy, since JJ McCarthy's been with the Vikings, they're like what?
15,
they're like 17, 18, and like 8 or something.
Yeah.
So
all right, so Zoe, let me ask you this, brother. So let's say that we get Murray in here. He's the starting quarterback, and you see KOC somehow blending with him. What kind of a blend do you see with KOC and Murray that could get us to really challenge for at least a potential NFC North championship?
I would say KOC would need to tap in to more to what Kyler Murray what Kyler Murray like to do. And
what he's good at.
Yeah, what he's good at. And KOC, if you look, when Kyler Murray had success at Arizona, they had a decent running game. You have to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to run with Kyler Murray or Jay, like you have to run the football no matter what. No matter if you get punched in the mouth, you down by 7 or 10 points. You still have to run the football to make the defense respect your run game.
Mm-hmm.
You have to run, like Kevin O'Connell have to run the football this year. He have to.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I want to talk, like Queen Mary was asked, like, why did the Cardinals want him gone? You know, and that's a great question. And I think that's an argument that a lot of people make about Kyler Murray. I mean, I just think it's this simple. The NFL is a business. And it's just like sometimes you work for a company and then you guys just don't see eye to eye and it's just time to move on. It doesn't mean you weren't a top performer at that company. It's just sometimes things happen. You know, I think it's really that simple with Kyler Murray is he probably felt like, man, I've had 10 different offensive coordinators. There's no consistency. I mean, everything's just always up in the air on if they're going to be competitive or if they're playing to get a top 5 draft pick. There's just never, it was always in like a tanking mode ever since he was the quarterback. And it's unfair to him. He's actually playing for a team now that wants to actually play to win instead of a team that's having meetings talking about, well, we got this person coming out in 2027. Should we kind of try to not win as many games, you know, or should we actually try to compete for a Super Bowl? And as a quarterback of his caliber, that's unfair, man. You holding the kid back. Now that he's on a team that he can actually thrive and we actually have something to play for, I'm hoping we see the best of him, the best version of him. And I think we're going to see the best version of him and we'll see the best version of our young guy, JJ McCarthy. That's why I always say, I
agree with you, bro.
We're in a great situation as Vikings fans, man. Like what a time to be a Vikings fan, because I'm going to keep saying it. We're in a win-win. It's going to put a fire under JJ's ass. And if there was any doubt, and if you had doubt, hey, we'll see, man. He can prove us wrong, prove all of us wrong, bro. Because I don't doubt JJ McCarthy's ability. You know, it's again, I think my problem is I just need to see it, bro. Like I'm tired of the injuries. I'm tired of not being available.
So, Rap, let me ask you this, though.
That's fair. That's fair, Rap.
I think me you on the same boat. So if they say, let's say they say in training camp, JJ McCarthy is balling out. He looks better than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Is that enough to sell you on JJ McCarthy after you watch him in real time mode, in real games?
No, because I'm going to go off of evidence we've already had, and he looked better than Sam Darnold in training camp. You know what I'm saying? He looked better than Sam Darnold in training camp. It's almost like deja vu in a way. You know, Sam Darnold was throwing all the interceptions and shit, and then people were like, "Oh shit!" And even me, we talked about this at the beginning of the show. I was like, "Man, Sam Darnold, hell no! Like this dude's a turnover machine." But then, obviously, it proved to be wrong. Sam Darnold actually balled out. So I expect the same type of situation here, man. I got to see games, man. I got to see games. You know, and I'm gonna put some of this on Kevin O'Connell. You got to play the kid in preseason. You got to play the kid, bro, extensively. You got to play him. Yeah, you got to play him in preseason, bro. You got to play
We haven't
Murray in
seen enough
preseason
rap.
too. Don't treat Murray. Don't treat Murray like as if he's the answer. You know,
Right.
I think Kevin O'Connell needs to treat both of these guys as if they ain't proved shit yet, and they need to go out there and both be playing in preseason, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
Me, you on the same. Me, you be on the. Might be Gary too. Papa Gary might like.
Yeah, but we all on the same page, man.
Oh, believe me, we're all on the same page, bros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what JJ do right now, like I tell people, bro, I don't care. I heard all this last year, bro.
Yeah.
I done heard he done broke records in training camp. Then
Yeah.
I want to see what he doing in a real game.
Yeah. No, I'm with it, man. We about to end the show though, fellas, man. This was great, man. You know, I think to end it on a good positive note here, I think we made it clear. We weren't too hard on JJ McCarthy. We kept it pretty clean, you know. We just kind of calling it for what the hell it is, bro. And it's a shame sometimes for doing that. You get looked at as a hater or something like that just because you don't want to buy into the last name on the jersey. And that's something that I've done before in the past. You know, my main thing this year when I went into this offseason, I said, you know what, I'm going to go for the name on the front of the jersey this time instead of the back of the jersey because I'm known to gravitate towards a player. And even if I know in my mind that they aren't that good and there's other players on the team better, I still stand up for that said player because I've already attached my name to it. And this year I'm not doing it, bro. And JJ McCarthy he's not going to be different from that, bro. Like people like Kinetic, like I know Kinetic, he's a Michigan fan. JJ could be the worst quarterback in the NFL and he's going to try to sell Vikings fans on him. I get that.
But we
you know what I'm
both
saying?
fans though.
No, but but Kinetic just became a Vikings fan too, though. So like he's
okay.
literally a Vikings fan because JJ got drafted here. So it's different.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
that.
Yeah.
I
so
know
like
that.
it's different, bro. Like it's a
that.
different conversation. Like I'm concerned about the Vikings more than I'm concerned about JJ McCarthy being good. You know, let's just put it that way. Like I'm more leaning towards what is the best for this team as a whole, man.
Right.
Do I want to be right about JJ? Absolutely. Shit, I was pounding the table for 2 years straight. Pounding the table for 2 years straight on JJ McCarthy, bro. Like, facts. Anybody will tell you that who's been tapped into my channel, man. Like, bro, I went super hard for JJ McCarthy, bro. Like, I'm not doing that shit again, bro. I need to see evidence.
Hey, that's crazy, ref. I ain't want JJ to get to KOC. I said no in my video.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was pounding the table. I was so happy when we got JJ McCarthy, man. Shit, I was lit. I was lit, bro. You know, so
I saw Rap doing square dancing, and he can't square dance. All right, that's how
yeah, man. Like I went hard, bro. Like I went hard for JJ McCarthy, bro. And again, I make this clear. Y'all see my videos I drop throughout the week. I'm still supporting him a little bit here and there, like and rooting for the kid. I just don't think he's better than Kyler Murray. So the problem is this: is that people will say, even if Kyler Murray is that much better, you rather just play JJ just because he's the young quarterback. Like, fuck that he ain't as good as Kyler Murray. Just play him just so we can say we're playing the young quarterback. No, bro, I'm playing the guy that gives us the best chance to win football games, bro. I don't care what your name is.
They will tell you that shit, though.
Yeah, bro, I don't care what your name is, dog. Like, play the best guy. Let the best guy win.
Competition. Competition
I love
breeds success. Success breeds absolute victory. Victory breeds successive wars, and successive wars breeds trophies.
And I'm not
medals.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that there's no possibility that JJ McCarthy mops his ass during the quote unquote competition. I mean, there's a puncher's chance, bro. There's always a puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying? We won't see it though. That's the thing. We not gonna know. Only KOC and the staff's gonna know that, and they're gonna bullshit us around for a little bit. But we'll see, man, here coming up, man. It's gonna be fun. But I appreciate y'all fellas, man. Tonight was lit. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Before we go, I want us to go over here to Let's SKOL Network. I'm gonna post their YouTube in the comments now. Boom, I just posted it. Let's go over there and drop a SKOL on them fellas, man. They over there working right now, man. Hey, appreciate y'all fellas though, man. Zoe, go follow Zoe in the Zoe podcast. Go subscribe to Brev over there at the SKOL Network. Yeah, I'm saying, and then Papa Gary, y'all just follow him over here on Vocal Bike, man.
Good looking, Rap. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, yeah, you already know, man. Shout out to y'all fellas, man. Appreciate you, Papa Gary, too.
I love you, boys. You guys are all my fucking
you too,
heroes.
man.
Without you guys, I'd be one lonely son of a bitch.
Let's go, man.
You know how we rocking.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate y'all, fellas, man.
Later.
SKOL!
SKOL!
Love you.
Oops. Brevsky. Oh, it
Yo.
won't let you. Hold on. There you go. All right. All right, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, bro. Go over there, tap in with our boys over there. Let's go, man. Thank y'all for tapping in tonight. This was great. PG4L. Holla at your boy. I'm tired, boy.